Happy Friday! Welcome to our Friday Witchy Hangout. We do this every single Friday where we get together, we ask a juicy question to the universe about our lives, we mix our energies, we have a good time, we laugh, we cry, we are confused, we figure stuff out. It's just a microcosm of the human experience here at the Chaos Witch channel every single Friday. So if that sounds good to you, you can always look for us on Fridays, or if you're just feeling a little lonely, you want to tune on in. So today we are doing a juicy question on their hidden thoughts about your situation in general, but I mostly mean this to be like about you, their hidden thoughts about you, your relationship, the situation, something that's gone on between the two of you. You know, I like to get in there with the juice. I like the juicy stuff. So we'll see what comes out. We have a thunderstorm going on here today. I think it's like kind of tapering off, but it's like a very cozy, chill kind of vibe where we are. I hope that you guys are feeling cozy or just feeling sunny, whatever it is. I hope that you're enjoying the weather at your current location. So let us go ahead and get into the reading. We do have an anchor card. So if you're new around here or just new to tarot, the anchor card, it's not a choice. It's not one of the piles, but it is a common energy that is like a base energy that's going into all the piles. I feel that we're all intuitive. And I think if you've been called to tarot, I think that you're kind of called and invited to develop that, even if you don't think of yourself as intuitive. But I feel like we read the cards together. So take a gander here at this and anything that might be coming up for you, any impressions that you get. It's good to kind of keep that in mind. And because I feel we read the cards together, I pick up on more general messages and you might pick up on something like more specific to your situation. Maybe you want to throw that up in the chat because other people might resonate with that as well. But I feel like somewhere along the way, we just kind of get there. So that is the anchor card. And I'll just leave that up for another second so you can really absorb the energies. Man, I'm always surprised how that like shows up on the screen because like the colors always look a lot like richer to me than they do like, I don't know, in real life. Isn't that strange? That's like much more stark like on the string or on the screen. Maybe that's something stark, something like
the power of photo editing.
The power of photo editing. The power of Alexander Puckett and his photo editing. I do. Okay.
That's all the tech right there. That's not anything special.
Okay. So I'll throw up these are the actual piles here. So we got pile number 1, which is the poet, pile number 2, which is the mirror, and pile number 3, which is the stone. So I'll leave these up here. If you haven't already chosen your pile or been drawn in, this is the time to kind of do that. You can meditate, do whatever process you feel comfortable doing to find which pile is yours. Possibly there's more than one pile. This person could have a lot of hidden thoughts about you. Maybe some of them are contradictory. Sometimes humans don't make logical sense, you know, much as we like to think that we do, or we hope that somebody else does so we can figure them out. Not every feeling is logical or copacetic with the other feelings. That's not the word that I was looking for. Cogent, maybe, like with the other feelings that people have. So even if you have chosen your pile, this is the time where we like to break all the rules of the internet and just go completely quiet. It's just peaceful and calm and relaxing to do so, but just drop your energy down below anything that you might be thinking about, worried about, planning about, to the part of you that is that quiet observer presence that has been with you throughout many lifetimes. And just go ahead and turn your gaze inwards and just allow that energy to drop down. And whenever you're ready, you can kind of pull your energy back up, open your eyes, and be drawn into whatever pile or piles you are drawn into. And while you're doing that, Habab Alma asked, why did you name it the Chaos Coven? Well, I feel like it kind of named itself actually because I call myself the Chaos Witch. And the reason I call myself the Chaos Witch is because I never really thought of myself as like witchy before I started getting into tarot. Labels, I don't know. Labels are like very constricting. In a certain way. I don't know, I'm a Gemini. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm a little over here and I'm a little over there. But when I was thinking about what kind of like a witch I am, I started to research it and I found out that there's like lots of different kinds of witches, and I felt that I was a chaos witch, not because I do chaos magic. I don't really even hardly know what that is, but because I feel like I have really weathered through a lot of chaos in my life that's been kind of, I feel, manufactured, thrown at me, seen as advantageous. And I feel like it kind of whipped that kind of around. So that's why I call myself the Chaos Witch at first. And then the Chaos Coven just sort of came about that way. Because I feel like, especially, I feel like it's very fitting considering like the messages that I pick up on and just what life is in general. I don't know. It just, so that's the way that it came about. Okay, so I feel like we're probably ready. If you're not, you can pause the video here, pause the live stream here and catch up. But we're going to do, pile number 1, which is the poet. Okay, so pile number 1, Spirit. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of messages here right off the bat. I feel like this person, I always kind of get that with this card, is having like an implosion, like of their thoughts. And it could be, I always get like this person looks like they're looking at a phone, typing on a phone. So they're on the internet or there's some kind of like messages. And I feel like their mind is kind of blown, but also scrambled. I feel like this person kind of just like doesn't know what to say. That's what their hidden thoughts kind of revolve around. It feels very scrambly. Actually, the chaos question was like very, apt. I love it when that stuff happens. It was very apt because I feel like this person is like navigating a lot of inner turmoil, a lot of inner chaos, and it is coming in the form of thoughts because I think this person, I just heard they saw it. They saw it. So maybe this person, I don't know, you saw something. They weren't sure if you saw something. And there's some way that you're communicating with them. And for some of you, it's that you've gone cold, or you're being very short with your replies or something like that. But this person is saying like, oh, they saw it. Like this person, I think they could be piecing certain things together, or they're like watching what you're posting, or there's some way that you're texting with them and they're like, oh, okay, this person saw it. They saw me. Because I feel like this person was trying to present themselves to you as like the prince, like the prince in that photo. But okay, also it could have been a photo. Maybe this person like accidentally sent you a photo or something and there was like some kind of detail in that photo, or there was some kind of, I don't know, or there was a post and maybe this person regretted it. I feel like maybe they sent it and regretted it. Not for everybody is this to do with like a post or something. There could be a way that you are communicating with them though, where it's like you saw something else, like something that they were trying to hide, something about their behavior. This person does feel like they're in some karmic energy, and I think this person's actually kind of realizing that. I don't know what state of mind this person is in because I'm kind of getting that they were hiding the truth from themselves. They were dancing around some kind of truth. I think they were trying to maybe talk around some kind of truth. So their hidden thoughts are all around kind of like scrambling is what I'm hearing. It's like scrambled eggs or something. Like, how am I going to fix this? The egg imagery is interesting because eggs are like a symbol of nurturing to me. Also, I have my little like egg chapstick here. So it could be something to do with lips or like, I don't know, kissing, or I don't know. Oh, maybe you found like a lip gloss or something. I don't know. It's like you found some kind of like something weird. You saw it, something like this. And this person wants a new beginning. They're trying to like work their way. They know that this is karmic, whether this person will use the word karmic or not, that they're working through some kind of karma, or they're learning some kind of lesson here, however they relate to that. It's like they're trying to get to forgiveness and they don't know how, because I think they feel like you're pretty pissed and you're pretty pissed at them, that you don't really like them. And maybe for some of you, that's part of how you're communicating is in this way of like, I don't really like them. Okay, so pile number 1, what is this person's hidden thoughts? Okay, I grabbed the Hidden Truth Oracle and like, I keep going back in my mind to this like sword that's upside down. I feel like this person, they have a hidden truth. And I think it's about who they are. They didn't want you to know something about who they are. And they're scrambling to kind of keep that Oh, maybe that's the nurturing thing. So it could have something to do with like what they nurture, or like that they, maybe for some of you, something about a family. Tasha, thank you so much for the super chat. I wish I could give more. You deserve it for all the effort you put in. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. Okay, so what are this person's hidden thoughts? I knew exactly what I was doing. Yeah, there's a real, there's a lot of manipulation is kind of what I'm getting from this person. Just being near you is intoxicating. This person does feel kind of like fluffed or like scrambled around you here. I look for you everywhere. I know I messed up everything. So I don't feel like you're around this person, and this person is, wondering. They want to get back. They want to get back into your good graces, but I also think this person wants to get back around you, and that's what their thoughts have to do with. The scrambler is what I'm getting. The scrambler. This person kind of can't get a hold on their thoughts either. I don't react when people mention you. This person has a touch of the manipulation. And I'm not necessarily, manipulation can be a neutral word. And I'm getting that with this person, but I also think that they manipulate in a bad way. But sometimes it's like they manipulate. They think about how they want to put themselves forward. That's what their hidden thoughts are. They think facade is really coming through. They think about the image that they want to portray. And I think that that's how they started their relationship with you, is in this way. Now, okay, Melissa, I just caught it out the corner of my eye. She was like, I really was hoping that a non-ex energy would come through. If that is the case, I feel like be very wary of this person, because this is a person that operates by wanting to, like, so if this is a new person that's coming in, even if this is an old person, if this is an old person, this is just a matter of where you're at on the timeline. Because if this is like somebody from your past, I feel like it's already played out where you're already mad at this person because you realize that that's the way that they lead into a relationship. For some, this might be like an anxious, preoccupied kind of attacher, where they really want to bond, so they could be kind of rushing things. And in rushing things, they kind of justify, well, it doesn't matter if this is a white lie here or a white lie there, or I want to put myself forth in this like kind of polished version. So take that however it resonates. If this is a new person, I want to say that like maybe it's not so bad. Like it's kind of one of those things like when you start dating this person that you're just going to find out that they're a regular human being, but I think there could be something more here that this person is trying to like hide, but it feels like about themselves and about like a weakness or a neediness. Like I don't think this person is anywhere near as like established, as they want you to think they are, or that they're not as strong, or there's a weakness that's coming through, like a neediness. They want to be more than friends. I hope that you can forgive me one day. This person does kind of know that you're healing. I will wait for a sign from you. Yeah, so that's why this person feels all scrambly. And I feel like this person is watching you like on social media, because they're waiting for like the right time to communicate. And I think for some, they're waiting for you to not be so angry. Or if it's not that, like if this is a newer person and maybe they haven't, like something hasn't played out, it could be that they pulled back because they weren't sure if you noticed something, and maybe you didn't notice something if this is a newer person. And so they're waiting for you to be less observant. Like they're waiting for something to kind of die down so that you kind of forget about that. And then it's something here is not going to like, I don't know, come across. Rachel May, thank you so much for the super chat. It's way played out. So many things remind me of you. Yeah. Okay, so for some, like there could be an X energy here. Yeah, there's manipulation. So what are this person's hidden thoughts, Spirit? What are this person's hidden thoughts? They think that you're very sexy when you're mad. I feel like that's kind of like a subconscious thought. Like this person is like still always attracted to you. This person really likes your body. Dang, they feel like something didn't come up trumps. So for some of you, I think that's, even if this is a new person, I think especially if this is a new person, no, I think it's like either way. I think something did not come up for this person. Like they planted some kind of seeds, and that could have been like in work. I feel like this person's like on a downer when they've met you, and they're trying to kind of cover that up. They're trying to present themselves as like the prince or whatever, but I think this person might need some kind of propping or might need some kind of assistance, whether like they might need from you. They might need money, or they might need to move in with you, but they're careful about the way that they kind of like put that forward. And it could be because they thought, I don't know, something fell through with a job, or something felt like maybe they just got like dumped or something, but there is a neediness with this person, and they're trying to get you not to see that. I really do feel. What are their hidden thoughts? Well, that pissed me off. I think they want to come across as like a rescuer kind of thing. Okay, this is funny because I do feel like there might be some karma playing out on your end where you're actually the strength here. And this person doesn't maybe want you to see that. But I don't think it's necessarily to do something bad to you so much as it is to make themselves look better, like next to you or something. I feel like that's what you're learning though, is like you're the strength here, and that, yeah, I feel like you're the strength here. You're very strong. You're in a strong or superior position, something here like that. So what are their hidden thoughts? Yo, this person is watching you. They're really watching you. They're waiting to come forward, or they're waiting to like make some kind of a move. For some of you, they want to leave where they're at, and you represent that to them. Hierophant. Why did the Hierophant come out? Oh my gosh. Okay, so for some, they want to like marry you. But for others, I feel like maybe this is like their ex like dominated them in something. I don't know. Or there's like an ending with a marriage here. Maybe you saw that there was something to do with a marriage. Victory and the Empress. What's that? Yeah, I think for some of you, this person's juggling. Don't take that if it doesn't resonate. For some of you, this person is confused as to like why you cut them off. If you, yeah, I cut you off. I don't need your love because I already cried enough. I've been done. So for some, they're like wondering why you cut them off. Like maybe, yeah, I feel like you blocked this person, or like why you don't want a relationship with them, or this person is not thinking about like in a fair and balanced way towards you. Their hidden thoughts are not like fair and balanced. So what are they? Yo, the King of Swords. They're strategic. They're possibly angry about a secret. Maybe a secret's come out, but this anger doesn't necessarily have to do with you. This person feels under the thumb of somebody here. They want out, and for some, they could have secretly jumped in with somebody, or they want to secretly jump in with you and they're manipulating. I feel like maybe they need a sanctuary. Yeah. I don't know. This person's angling in some way. What are their hidden thoughts, Spirit? What are their hidden thoughts? Okay, so Angela brings up a good point. She said, if it's not fair and balanced, how can there be a question of why they were cut off? It's because this person thinks that they came off well to you. They think they're good at this. They think they're good at their polished presentation. And so this person's like, well, I didn't really give them a reason to cut me off, you know? Yeah, they think they're presenting as the Two of Cups. Even though it's not actually. It's angling, it's strategy to come across a certain way. And they thought that was successful. They thought that you had bought it or something for some of you. Who is this person? Who is this person really, Spirit? Oh my gosh, the Knight of Cups. So this is like a karmic from your past. And I think there might be somebody from their past. Oh, okay. That provides for them in some way. And they think that you are like very balanced. You are their favorite in some way. But they're nervous about that. Because they want a victory in terms of the Wheel of Fortune. I think for some of you, there's Spirit a bit played this person with you because they have real feelings for you and you're actually their favorite and they want to move towards you and like have a victory, but there's something or someone in their background that I feel like they are reliant on, and it might have to do, it's coming across like luxuries or like somebody here maybe has a nice house, and it could be their parents that have a nice house or something, but they have to follow in line with something like very traditional. So this person's like very split here, and yeah, but this person's come up short in some way. They're a charmer. This person's a charmer is what I'm getting. Yeah, and it is a functioning dysfunction. And I feel like that might even be karmically. And I think that you moving away from this person is what has snapped in some kind of spiritual blessing. Some kind of, boon energy for you. And so for some of you, again, I don't know where you're at on the timeline. This person is like watching that and their mind is blown because maybe you now have a nice house. Maybe you have whatever this person was trying to split themselves in order to like obtain. You actually now have it. And if this person was just total and they went towards their favorite anyway, because I feel like you were their favorite anyways, then they would have had it all in the end. I feel like there's something here where this person is like mind blown about something. And I think it might even be your connection. This person also, they're mind blown about some kind of Gemini energy. So it's like maybe the way that you speak, something to do with your friend group. They're like impressed by this in some kind of way. They could be watching some kind of conversation that maybe you're having with a friend, or they somehow, maybe you occupy the same circle of friends and they're somehow hearing about it. It could have to do with a child here as well. Maybe you share a child with this person, and this person is very impressed by you. That's like their hidden thoughts. They're very impressed by you. I think they're actually like, there is a respect for your ability to like suss them out or like hold your ground or make some kind of decision here. There's a respect and an admiration, and they get it. They understand. I think this person may be watching you get a wish fulfillment. You're their wish fulfillment. And I think they wanted to like work their way up, but I feel like this person felt that they needed to be manipulative. They had to one step, two step it because they couldn't come, for some reason they could. Because this is karmic, like some kind of karmic choice. But like they felt like they couldn't come directly towards you. What are their hidden thoughts about you? They don't know whether you've cut them off. They don't know what their options are. And this person is so used to putting forward like a fantasy of themselves to get people to fall in love with. It's kind of sad, actually. And it's almost like rote. This person doesn't even understand that they're doing that, but this is unearthing that. And I feel like something has kind of blown their mind. It even could be that this person was like looking up something because they kind of hit a wall with you. They could have been looking up like how to get your girlfriend back or something. I don't know. And then like they read something here and they're realizing that they need to raise their vibrations. Yeah, they're getting some kind of, so there's a whole timeline that's unfolding with this one, and I don't know where you're at in the timeline, but they're getting a whole new perspective, and they also feel stagnant, in some kind of victory that they wanted, because I don't think something came up the way that they wanted, and that's I think some kind of pattern with this person, because when you met this person, something had not come up the way that they wanted, and I think it's like this person hasn't really learned that maybe they're not all that good at manipulating. Yeah, Adriana said, I was thinking about an ex when I chose this pile. His marriage is having problems. I'm happily married now. He and I had a very toxic relationship in the past. I was very hurt in the end. That's another thing. This person could have like gone to marry somebody else. If they went to marry somebody, did you guys hear that? I felt that. Everything shook. Did you hear the thunder? Okay, so take that how it resonates. Okay, so I literally was going to talk about this person's like partner and how they kind of dominate over them, and then that was like very loud and very scary, and it's giving tower, it's giving shock, it's giving like and there is something to do with time and like did you guys hear that? Okay. Oh.
I just went to check the weather here, and you know it does like the thing where it tells you something up front.
Yeah.
So checking the tarot cards.
Oh my gosh, did you guys hear that? Okay, so we have like carrot weather, and it always says like the jokey, like funny stuff. And so as it was loading, it said checking the tarot cards. But also, I'm letting you guys know right now that I'm very afraid of like certain kinds of weather events, and I will literally just up and run and leave this space if I have to. So just don't think that that's weird. That could all be a part of the message. That could all be a part of the message in some kind of metaphorical way. Okay, so... there's something here with this partner, because that's scary. That was like right when I went to talk about this partner. Let me just, maybe I'm not supposed to look into that. I don't know. This person's like maybe very intimidating. I just want to see what comes out here. King of Wands. Look, more of this like planning energy. This partner had a plan, I feel like, in regards to this person. So I feel like they got their karma, is what I want to say. I'm not going to go too far into that, but I do feel like they got their karma because this person is like a manipulator. But they tell themselves that they're not that bad and that their manipulation comes from like a place of love, like, because this is how this person like falls in love. I think this is how they do it, and I don't think they necessarily mean for it to turn sour. It just does because this person doesn't put the truth forward, and they do benefit from having that kind of wall there. This person has to kind of unpack it, but I do feel like somebody here had like a plan to work together with this person. This partner could have been at like work. Oh my gosh, yeah. But they also had a plan to like, cause an accident to break the mold. Yeah, I don't know. But I feel like this person's kind of gotten their karma. And I think that's part of, for those of you that you're at that stage in the timeline where it's kind of played out, this person's like moved on. That's a part of what's like, this person is like going through in their mind. Because they've had to confront, I do feel this is very karmic. They've had to confront what they levied at you and the planning behind it. How eerie it is when you realize that somebody has been kind of planning, like, and knowing what they're doing and like kind of jockeying and putting a false image of themselves forward, what that actually like feels like. And it's scary. I feel like it's scary. So this person's now feeling that they have to kind of defend themselves, but they really want a new beginning. And they see you like this. They see you as different in some way, maybe than you were. Maybe this changed you. Like it changed your energy, because I am getting that this person saw you as very, very sweet. And I still think that you have that. They always saw you as like very balanced, and you are that, which is why you can get into this Queen of Swords energy. So they're realizing that you kind of changed and that you're different. Maybe they think that your life path went down a different way than they thought it would. And that for some of you could just mean that they thought that you guys were going to be together, and they thought that you would never leave or that you would never like find out. Again, for some of you, this person has like a bit of too much pride about their capabilities in pulling the wool over your eyes, and they don't. You're a very smart person. You're a smart cookie, and you're very observant. And I don't think, like, I don't know, there could have been a quietness to you. And a lot of times quietness comes with somebody who's very observant, but this person doesn't link those two things together. Or you have a social ability, or like some kind of, like you speak very well or something. Again, that's like some kind of social capability. So you're able to kind of read the tea leaves when it comes to a social situation. There's two things here that this person didn't quite piece together with you. And I think they've pieced it together. And I think it's traits and something to do with your behavior. Oh, that's what that meant. It's something here like that. And this person can't unsee it now. And I feel like that was a real tower moment. And I think whatever it is, it juxtaposes with this person that they're with now, or that they will be with. And they're like, oh, and they're kind of seeing the negative version of that. I feel like in some kind of partner, if it's not a partner, then it's something like, it's a Hierophant energy, somebody that has like some kind of cultural or like some kind of pull over this person that it could be a cult for some of you. Or like I don't know, but it's negative. Whatever it is negative. Okay, anything else what their thoughts are about you? This person's mind is definitely blown. And it's because there's like a split here. And I think that you guys live in opposite spheres, or in very different spheres. And there's this like comparing and contrasting. And in doing that, it is very helpful for this person on a soul level to finally ascertain the truth. Because this person kind of, they go around and around in their head. He said out of his own mouth that she has an entity attachment and stays in fear for his children. I don't have any sympathy for him. Wow. Okay. Anything else of this person? What are their hidden thoughts? Whoa. Oh my gosh. This person has like love for you, but there was like this kind of tower energy. They feel like they got what they gave, though, is what I want to say. They feel like they got what they deserved. Yeah, I got what I deserved, but I trusted you at first. So I think that's with this partner. I got what I deserved. They really trusted this partner here, I think. Yeah, they didn't see this person clearly. Because this person stroked their ego in some way, and they thought this person was like warm or strong or something. And yeah, they did. They're just saying they didn't see it very clearly. That this person, I don't really like the people this deck. They all look kind of a little bit evil, and this is like their wish fulfillment. And like this person was really hiding certain things. But again, it feels like a karmic boomerang. And now this person is They have a lot of love for you. But yeah, and it's a tower moment that you've moved on. And now there's this energy of like 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brakes kind of a thing. Okay. I'm going to get some quote cards and I think we're going to wrap this up. Oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard to show off and get your attention. I feel like this person is trying hard to show off and get your attention, and it's kind of sick to say, but I'm not the one doing this. But I think that this person might be they thought they were going to use their other partner here and their other like marriage or relationship and how stable and like traditional, whatever it is. They thought that they were going to like show off to you or like throw that up in your face. Maybe for some that's the thing that you saw, that they were married or something here. I don't know, but they're trying so hard to show off and get your attention. Look, what are you hiding? Hidden variable. I think this person wonders what you're hiding. So this could be a person that's in one situation and is actually like looking to see if you're affected by it. That's what I'm getting. Because they're wondering what you're hiding. I always look forward to seeing you. I think that's you. Yeah. Your hidden thoughts. They feel like wires are getting crossed here. They really think highly of you. They think that you're amazing. But I think that's because of the way that they treated you. And it's because of this person's manipulations. Because I think for some of you, this person tried to levy like some kind of situation to piss you off. It could have been like cheating. It could have been, and I think that they thought that they were showing off, but now wires are getting crossed because this person actually does think that you're amazing, but I think you feel disrespected. And so because you feel disrespected, you don't feel like people disrespect people that they find to be amazing. You think that they are nice to them and that they're with them and that they have communications with them. I'm determined that we will be together again. I'm showing off for you. Is it working? That came out a second time. I know things can't go back to the way that they were. This person wants you back. I feel like there's been a tower moment here where there's something here where this person lined up all the dominoes and they thought that they got them all in a row and you just went boop and like knocked them all over. And this person's like, wait, how did I get here? And they're kind of realizing that they did it all themselves, that they thought something here was like a foolproof plan. But how can it be foolproof, sir or madam, if it was created by a fool? Boom, burn. Sorry, sometimes I get a little uppity. But yeah, like this person was like, oh, this is a foolproof plan. And there's a lot that they weren't noticing about all the people that they were putting into place. Like a lot about that they didn't notice about. I keep wanting to say their ex. So this person could have, oh yeah, because this could have been definitely like a marriage ending. A marriage, yeah, look, this just flipped over on its head. And also this is like the death card. And this person feels like trampled on in that. And I feel like they're, in a way, they're kind of right back to where they started. I just heard that song from Taylor Swift. It's like, I'm right where you left me. In regards of your connection. Because this person, I think, was trying to run away from their connection, but they were also trying to show off for you because they were trying to bait you into something. But in doing that, there was a lot that they didn't see. There was a lot that they overlooked because they just kind of thought, I can maneuver this person into position or that person. This is going to have the desired effect. And they failed to account for the fact that people have their own manipulations because their partner was definitely pretending to be something. I think they pretended to be nice or kind or this is very much like Ursula, the evil sea witch, trying to pretend like she's Ariel. Like, so there could be something here with the voice, like saying all the right things, again, with the praise and so this person's like, see, this is how I should be treated. But really, they weren't putting two and two together, that they were being finessed, is what I'm getting. This person got finessed. And they didn't understand about you how strong you are and that you felt disrespected. You weren't like, oh my gosh, you're so cool and you're so strong. Like you were like, ow, can I get your contact? This person is trying to figure out a way to contact you. But I feel like they're nervous to even pull the trigger on it because they know that you're mad. Currently in a toxic relationship that I don't know how to get away from. There it is. And I feel like this person, they're manipulative in the way that they kind of put things forward. They're very careful. They're very like calculated about, because I think this person wants you to see them in a positive light and they don't want you to see them as like needy. Because for some of you, I feel like this person may have like had to move out of their home or like got thrown out of their home for something that they did. Because I kind of feel like this partner is like more manipulative than they are, or they're better at it or something. Where they kind of set this person up to look a certain way. And I think they are a certain way. And part of that is because of the way that they've treated other people, yourself included, why I think this has kind of gone on the way that it did. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to put it forward like, oh, I'm in a toxic relationship. I think they're going to work you into that. And I think they'll probably make you feel sorry for them or something. They'll just suggest that, I don't know. Why did you block me? Yeah, you might. I keep getting that you guys block this person because you don't want to have a relationship or a conversation. I don't expect you to get my perspective. I'm afraid of losing you. I don't really like this person because it's like when you call them out and you're like, you don't really put the full truth forward because you always are trying to make things seem better than it actually is. This person's like, well, doesn't everybody do that? And everybody does do that to a certain extent, but not the way that this person does it. This person does it as like a matter of habit. And I think that's what they're supposed to be untangling here. They're supposed to feel what it felt like for you and for other people to be on the receiving end of whatever this is. We need to talk about this. This person wants to be like, we need to talk about this. And I feel like you're kind of like, we need to process our relationship after you've had a full-blown marriage and it's fallen apart. Now you want to process this because it feels like this person didn't process something with you the way that they did. And they could have talked about you to their friends or something, but all of it's to save face or something, or like their siblings or like maybe your kids if you share kids together, and it's like this kind of going around and around. But all of it's as well is because this person doesn't really know how you feel. Not really. There's alarms coming through. So that could be Archangel Michael. I feel like that's some kind of protection though. You're being protected from whatever this person was saying and however they were painting the situation. I feel like they were just muddying up the waters. And what they were doing instead of muddying up the waters is that they were not taking ownership for like, here's what I could have done better. Like if people ask, like, you don't have to spill your guts to strangers or like your friends or your acquaintances, but it's like, yeah, I really have a lot of regrets about that situation. I could have really handled things better. And it's just one of those things that kind of fell apart. Like they're not saying stuff like that. They're saying stuff that kind of makes people question you and maybe your friend, some kind of Gemini energy. So maybe your friends, they're like maybe insinuating that you were cheating with one of your friends or that they weren't sure, or that this person's not direct is what I'm getting. This person's not direct, but they know it. I feel like on some level, this has been a tower moment because this person recognizes that they're in dark energy. They recognize that something here, their thoughts, they know that they're in this darkness with their karmic cord. They understand that. And you are up here where things look much happier and much brighter. And they know that you're like of a higher vibration. However, this person will relate to that. It's like they know that you operate in a higher way and they want to raise themselves up to be like you. But I also think this person wants you now. And I think that Spirit is trying to keep this person away because they have work to do. And I think they're in the middle of a mess. And I think that they're needy. And I think this person, part of it is that they need to learn how to meet their own needs because it makes them less needy and it makes them less manipulative because they're less dependent on other people. Because there is a desperation coming off of this person where they feel like I need to get my needs met. So the way I get my needs met is through other people. I don't think it's really a natural, this is strange, but I don't feel like it's a natural first step for this person to think, how can I meet my own need this way? It's how can I manipulate somebody into taking me in or giving me something? They never really think about like how they could maybe try to do it first. And I think Spirit is wanting this person to clean up their own mess so that they learn the skills and they build the self-trust. That's the root of this person's manipulation is what Spirit is saying. The root of their manipulation is their unbelievable dependence on other people in terms of what other people think. Because that's what I feel like this relationship was that they set up. It was like their esteem needs is what I'm getting. They're trying to meet their esteem needs through this person and through this relationship. And because this person really like stroked their ego, or it could go the other way where they really stroked somebody's ego that they felt was like a noble lion or whatever. And they felt like they got duped. Take it however it goes. But all of it was to meet esteem needs because this person they try to meet all of their needs through other people, through the way that other people view them. So that's where they kind of facade manage, they reputation manage, and there's not a lot of focus on their root. And so I feel like that was kind of maybe what came out in this manipulation is this person could have realized like, wait a minute, my name is on nothing here. It's like this kind of wake up moment of like, I need to pay attention to my root. I need to, and I haven't been, and I, was relying on all these other people and they ended up relying on like the wrong people. And I think those people are doing the same thing to them and about them that this person was doing to you. And I think to other people, because I think this is a pattern. They do this like to their friends, anybody who wants to call this person out or has a falling out or, then this person will muddy the waters in terms of what they say. And it could even just be like throwing something out where it's just, they're not committed to what they're saying, but they just kind of, and they don't know about what they're talking about. Cause like I said, this person's not direct. They're a coward as well. And I feel like this must be stuff that they're kind of thinking about or processing through. And maybe for some of you, you told this person or in some way, I don't know. And this person's like, oh my gosh, like, and they're kind of piecing certain things together. But all of it comes back to the fact that this person is needy, like, to other people. They build relationships off of need. And I heard somebody say once that it's a sign of maturity in relationships when you think about what you give to a relationship just as much as you receive from a relationship. This person only navigates based on what they're receiving and like what's best for them. They never consider what they're giving. And so this person actually ends up blindsided most of the time is what I'm getting. This kind of just like curls back around and turns back around on them. But I feel like also when that happens, their first knee-jerk reaction is to blame others because they feel entitled. They feel like other people should be meeting their needs. This person's never kind of mad at themselves first is what I'm getting. They're never like, oh, well, why was I relying on that person? That's like a big rock in my life. Like I should have been monitoring that. Like I should have been attending to that or monitoring that because that's my responsibility. It should have been under my remit. But like, oh, well, this person said they were going to do it, but it's like, I feel like there's certain things here where it's like, if they said it to me or if they said it to you in conversation, you would kind of just think to yourself, like, why would you not check back in on that? Or why would you, that's too important not to, it feels like something here like that. The rug got pulled out from under them and they fell on their butt. And I feel like they were just kind of, they looked up at you and now they can see like the mirror and actually process it and this might suck, but I feel like this person was trying to win your breakup. You probably feel that already, but they didn't process through it. And so there was no warmth and there was no connection and there was no like attempting to make amends, even just to understand each other, even if you couldn't repair the relationship of just like getting yourself back to some kind of neutral state of like, okay, but I still care about you, right? Like this person, no, they kind of got their distance. They were, this just feels, and I feel like the same is true about some friends that are around or some children where they're like up in their head and they're processing that they were like lied to or that this person kind of does this to save face and to muddy the waters so that they don't get called out on their neediness. I feel like especially if this is a man, because this man, it's coming across like, kind of the way that cultures put pressure on men to be, like this person's not really that way. They're much too needy for that. But I wonder if this person has like, again, parents that are well off, or maybe they're not well off. Maybe they just always bail this person out. And so it's like, if this person would just, like when they were a kid, if they would just cry or like get really needy, then they skipped the lesson where they skipped, it was like, oh, okay, well, it was just, everything was always like forgiven, but it was forgiven too soon. And they never had to like learn a better way. It's like when they would cry, I don't know, it's like the parent would just say like, oh, it's okay, and that would be the end of the conversation instead of like kind of following through with the conversation of making sure that they knew that it was expected, that they learned how to meet their needs and that they can function as a full system in order to do that. And we're going to walk through how to do it next time and what the expectation is. That's not really what was taught here. Even if this is a man, even if they're not like crying to you necessarily, there's like a neediness where this person just expects like everything to be forgiven if they've gone through something even like a bit emotionally challenging. But this person is the person who levies emotional challenge, I feel like, at other people because they just twist things kind of up in conversation and they know that they do it. They use it as a tool. And so people don't get their justice around this person. And I think that you were not treated, there's a justice energy that's missing here. You were not treated fairly, and this wasn't wrapped up fairly and the scales were not balanced out fairly. And so I think all that's like kind of catching up with this person and they're thinking about it right now. And I think there's something that's like unraveling. I think this person feels like their life is unraveling. They might feel like their thoughts are unraveling. And it comes back to you because I think also you're kind of an anchor for this person. The way that you are, this person's realizing that you are the strength. And you were warm and that they did something that kind of put you in this energy. They are working, they're still very defensive about that, but they are kind of working their way up to realizing how strong and like noble and capable you are and what that means about certain traits that you had, because it feels like this person was just trying to override the reality of who you are in their mind to make themselves feel justified in what it was that they were doing to you and to get other people on their side. And they were so desperate in doing that because, and Spirit, again, is just saying all of it comes back to how needy this person is towards other people. If this person could stand on their own 2 feet, and if they had every faith that they would always land on their feet, and that even if they landed on their butt, they could get up and dust themselves off, they wouldn't be this manipulative. This person wouldn't be this manipulative. And so it is actually a problem, and it does affect the way that their relationships grow and what relationships they have and what relationships they don't, because a lot of people more people than this person realizes pick us up on this kind of behavior, even if it's not, they can't tell like what outright this person's manipulating towards, like they pick up on this behavior and they move away. And I think this person's kind of like realizing that. If it's not in conversation with you, because this person looks like, again, that they're texting or something, then they could be having a conversation with a friend or a child or something here, whereby that whatever that person is saying, it could be about like, it could even not be something that you've passed on, but it's like what that friend has observed. And I think this is like a mutual friend, I think, for some of you. And this friend is just saying, like, maybe calling this person out in some kind of way of like, I don't want to hear about mom. Like if this is a child, I don't want to hear about mom. Okay. Like move on. Or like something here. I feel like it's blowing up in this person's face because they're realizing that they're seen as being maybe preoccupied with you. That's for some of you. Or they're realizing that they're seen at like this hasn't worked. This person really wants to be held in high esteem. They really want to be seen as noble. And somebody really stroked their ego here, but it wasn't real. So that person didn't hold them accountable. And that felt right to them. That felt right to this person, that they weren't held accountable. And and they're like, see, why can't you be like that? And this person is like, why can't we just that's their way of navigating through life. I don't know. But it's kind of blown up in their face. And so this person realizes that they are actually realizing that that's their hidden thoughts. This is like a roller coaster that spits them out at this realization of like, I got to be better. I got to do better. And I do think that you're a big part of that because this person wants to like get back to you, but getting back to you, they have to move upwards. They can't just go like back in time, or they have to go upwards. They have to raise their vibrations. They have to raise their behaviors. This person's realizing that they're in like a lot of darkness and that they're not friendly with the truth. That's their hidden thoughts about you, but they think very highly of you, actually. And I think this person also, things turned bad for them because it's like they tried to praise the virtue of a person that mimicked your energy, but they did it because they wanted something from this person. They're realizing that they were finessed, and that somebody who didn't come from a genuine place when they were manipulating them, and it feels bad to be manipulated because this person's like, oh, you wanted something from me. And I think it was like some kind of status or some kind of traditional looking life or something that they felt that they could benefit off of. And this person's like, wait, you didn't actually want me? You didn't, because this person didn't actually mean all those things. When they were like, oh, you're so strong, or you're so brave, they actually saw the weakness in this person to flattery and to their neediness. And this person used that against this person. And they're kind of realizing that. And they're realizing that you're genuine strength. They're realizing that. And that this other person is kind of, I also feel like there's a lot of arguments and conversations here, like with this ex. It's funny because they're showing up as the Hierophant, but I keep wanting to call it an ex. So I feel like maybe there's a lot of arguing, or there's a lot that's like coming out, and this person is realizing, they're kind of realizing that the way that they are, a healthy person that is genuinely strong would move away. And it's because I feel like there's a lot of kind of BS and nonsense that this person's having to put up with. And they're like, it's this kind of person that wants to get up close to take something from me because they're not doing as well somehow in regard to me, or they use me as a front for their kind of crazy or something. I don't know, but there's definitely, this person feels like their energy got knocked. They feel I feel like this person lives in their shadow. They live in like the shadow of their dream, or they, because they built their dream, but they live in the shadow of it. Does that make sense? And it's somehow connected to their own shadow because there's a lot that this person wants to just like not confront. And I think part of it is because they only look at what they want in a situation and they never consider like the unintended consequences or like the off-gassing of something, and that maybe they should reconsider what they want and whether or not when they see the total package, if they actually want that. I hope that makes sense. But anyways, I think I'm going to leave that there, pile number 1. That is their hidden thoughts about you. There's quite a lot because I feel like you are, okay, well, I just looked down and saw this card. I'll just cover this. This is the 9 of Cups, isn't it? Yeah. So this is the wish fulfillment card. You're the wish fulfillment. And this person's like, now they don't want you to go and they're feeling like kind of defensive, but it's like, it feels like too little too late. Like now this person, it's taken a lot. It's taken all like this. I'm seeing the Ouroboros, like the snake that eats its own tail. That's a symbol of paradox. This person, it's like something turned around on them. It was very paradoxical. It's like, wait, I can't believe that didn't work out. It took that for this person to finally want to have the conversation with you the right way. They are nervous. They are anxious about it. And for some, this person is like hooking up with somebody else, but it makes them feel bad to do that. Like they don't really like this person or something. It's just, I don't know. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys, pile number 1. I'm just going to leave that there. Yeah. Okay. So that was pile number 1. I'm just going to throw the other piles back up here so that you can take a look at that. I'm going to have a little drink. I love you all, tribe. I felt and reached out to them, but no response. Just wanted to be there for him finally. You had a video talking about 2 people with very different kinds of anxiety. Huh, that's interesting. Little drinky poo. Oh, Aubrey, thanks. My pile upcoming. No idea was thinking about me. Hopefully good thoughts. All right. I'm going to lip gloss, and then we'll compassion, and we'll rose water. And we will just sneakily try to listen for the sounds of the weather outside to make sure that we're okay. Listen, I don't want you guys to think any less of me if I do have to run, because my pride goes out the window if I feel threatened by Mother Nature, okay? And I have the stories to prove it, okay? And if we have to share some of those stories together, then so be it. But just know that you're scared of things too, okay? And I wouldn't judge you for that. Unless it was funny. And then I would laugh. So you can laugh, but that's it. That's all. All right, we compassion. Soul is taking a bath over there in the corner. Oh, okay. I feel like we're getting right into pile number 2 here. This person thinks you bathe, which is great. That's a great thought for someone to have about you. They think that you're clean. They think that you smell good. That's one thing that's coming through very, very strongly. They think that you're attractive too. We have the mirror. So yeah, they think that you're really attractive. They think that you look good. I think for some, they think that, I just heard, you don't know you're beautiful if only you saw what I could see. Oh, you'll understand why I want you so desperately. So I feel like maybe this person wants you. They want to ring your bell. You know what I'm saying? They want to maybe call you or text you. But I feel like this person maybe doesn't know about that. If they should or if they shouldn't. Okay, let me just figure out what deck I want to use, y'all. Okay, you could... Maybe this is a friend, or this is somebody that you... Maybe the 6 of Cups coming out. Maybe they don't know if you think of them as a friend, or if you like them more, but for some of you, there could be a history here. Or they don't know if you're with someone. Maybe for some of you, this person's tried to figure out if you're with someone, and they can't necessarily figure it out. Okay, so for pile number 2, Spirit. Oh. Okay. My gorgeous neighbor gave me vanilla and peppermint lip gloss. I have vanilla and peppermint lip gloss. Is it the EOS? Because I got a pack with vanilla and peppermint. And actually there was 2 strawberries in it too. And I literally leave these all over my house. And my husband likes to make fun of me for that. But we still love him. He's like, do you need this? You can't walk 3 feet and then be out of range of lip gloss. Okay, so for pile number 2, Spirit, what are this person's hidden thoughts about pile number 2? I think this person is trying to obscure that they find you attractive right now. So they are putting their mental power towards that. They're trying to obscure whether or not, because they're trying to figure out information about you before they kind of reveal themselves here. Okay. Yeah, before they send some kind of message. This person thinks you have a lot of admirers and a lot of suitors. And you know what? There's always a pile. I haven't done the crush reading in a long time, who has a crush on you. So maybe we should do that one soon. But there's always one pile where it's a lot of people have a crush on somebody. And I feel like this is probably that pile. Or this person just feels like you have a lot of people interested because they think that you're really attractive. And why wouldn't you? It's that kind of a thing. And this person also could notice. Yeah. They also could notice people checking you out. You don't notice it, but I think this person kind of notices it. They think of you very highly. They think that you're very strong, very sexy. They like your body. They like the way that you move, but you're also a very serious person. You take yourself very seriously and you have a certain kind of, Confidence. Okay, I just heard context as well. This person like sees you in a certain kind of context, or they want to see you in a certain context, and I think it's a schmegsual one. This person wonders what you're like in bed. If you guys haven't done that, and if you have, then I feel like they liked it. They were impressed. I just heard they were impressed. Okay. Okay, so what are this person's hidden thoughts about you? For some of you guys, you did do this smegs. You hooked up, and this person wonders if you think about them too, or like if you want it to go anywhere. This person's like confused, maybe. Yeah. What are this person's hidden thoughts about you? Yeah, this person really likes you. This person really, really likes you. Yeah, they want to be your man or your woman. They really, really like you. But I do feel like this person's trying to keep it together because they're trying to seem like, the emperor. So maybe this person has like, they could have a reason that they need to keep it together, like I'm trying to look professional, or like this person could have like a job or a leadership position or something here. They think that you're really unique. They think that you're very strong too. They know that they need to come forward. Yeah. For some, there could have been some kind of tower moment here, like with a message. What is that? They could be wondering the lovers. They might have seen you with somebody else, and they don't know if you're with somebody else. It could just be a friend, though. I don't know. This person wants to just like dive right in. This person like back and forth, okay? Because this person just wants to like dive right in. They just want to like come at you. But then I feel like they could have seen you like speaking with somebody, and they don't know if that's like a lover situation. They don't know if privately y'all are hooking up or something. They don't know. They don't want to like overstep. But this person, you're their wish. Like they think of you so highly. They think that you're like really attractive. They feel like they can't win though, and they're trying to kind of like, because it feels like there's something that came through where they're like, oh, I need to make my move now. But then they feel like you don't see them, or that you don't see them in that way. But I think this is like tied in with like this person trying to obscure their feelings for you. So they're like, well, I haven't let this person know that I like them, so I don't know if they think of me that way. Or so it's a secret. It's a big secret. It's a big fat secret that this person like has love for you. I just heard love for you. Like they think very highly of you. Yeah. They also don't want to make you mad because of a lover situation. So I don't know. This might be one of those things where it's like you guys like each other, but you've had lives before, and maybe this person was hooking up with somebody, like hooking up with a friend. Maybe they're wondering if you're hooking up with a friend. I'm kind of not getting that you are, though. But I think that maybe there's like a certain, this reminds me of like some kind of reading. I remember back in the day myself saying something about intimacy, where it's like you could have a certain emotional intimacy with a friend, and this person's not used to associating intimacy with anything other than schmegs. So like just you're having like an emotional intimacy with a friend, like they see you like communicating in close quarters or something, and it looks very like private or whatever. But I think that you just know how to foster like intimacy in your connections, like an emotional intimacy. It doesn't feel schmegsual to me. Although for some of you, I mean, take it if it resonates. If it is, I'm going to say this. I think if it is schmegsual, you might be confused. Or there might just not be other options. Like, I feel like there's some kind of, I don't think that you're, if this is a friend that you're sleeping with, I don't necessarily think that you're sleeping with, I don't know. It's like maybe because for some of you, I think maybe you think it's a cool thing to do. I'm getting that, like, or there's just no other options. And so you're just kind of like, I don't know, people do the friends with benefits thing. Like, why can't I do the friends with benefits thing? I don't know. Like, but I don't think that you're interested in this person. I don't know. I think this person may have options too. But this person is like, they feel insecure. I feel like this person's like very attractive and stuff. And I think that there's like maybe a mutual connection here, but it's like this person feels insecure. Why do they feel insecure? Temperance. Okay, there's like a tempering out after like being mad, or like there's some kind of new beginning, or Ginger just said this person for her is a continuation from pile number 1, and they think that they're secretly hiding their feelings, but it's not a secret to you. So for some of you, that could also be the case as well. Oh my gosh, this person though, like, has love for you. I'm really getting this person has love for you. So that makes sense if it is a continuation. For those of you that it is a continuation from pile number 1, not for everybody will that be the case, but if it is, like, this person has like actual love for you. There's something here about static, like static on the airwaves. I don't know if like, because I feel if there is a history here, then you could also be blasting static about your feelings for this person. And maybe that's why you've moved on, is because I think if something has gone down here, I think you have kind of written this person off. And so you don't almost, even though you are attracted to this person and they're attracted to you and you guys had that kind of mutual connection, you were like, oh no. And they know that you're kind of mad about something and that maybe they feel like you've tempered something out. And I just feel like you're kind of blasting static is what I'm getting. And they're blasting static. And so you don't know how each other feels. There are 2 people. Yeah, it could be. There are 2 people here. Could be pile number 1, but I'm seriously seeing the second one. Yeah, and this could be either way. This could resonate as like a new person. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel like for some of you, this person is like sleeping with other people, but you're like their higher cup. They're hiding in the bushes. Look at all the foliage around this man. Like, and there's also clouds all around you. So I feel like you guys could both be obscuring your feelings for each other. You could know that this person's like sleeping with other people. Maybe that they work with, or that it's just, you might know something about this person. And it's like, you're just like, oh, that's just the routine. I don't want your routine done all over me. Thank you, sir. But this person, I think, wants to actually offer you something and like move forward and have something maybe even like traditional. That might surprise you because I think that they're very defensive about that though. They don't actually want you to know that they want that for some reason. Maybe because of what's going on here for those of you that have a history or past with this person, or maybe because they're with these other people. They're not like with any of them, I don't think, but they're like, I don't know. But they also think that you have some type of boundary. This person's weirdly defensive about love. Why? They're protective. They feel like they need to protect themselves in regards of love. They like being independent, actually. So this could be an avoidant. For some of you, this is like an avoidant attacher. And for those of you that are holdovers from pile number 1, maybe this person's like fearful avoidant, where it's like, they do want you to move, avoidance. They like to keep you at arm's length. They don't want you to go away and they don't want you to come closer. They want you to stay right here. And so I feel like maybe that's kind of what's going on with this person. I just looked up and I saw the bunny butt. I feel like this person really likes your butt. And they think that you're cute. The fact that he's sleeping with others means I can't be with him. I value myself. There's definitely that energy here. Because I feel like this person, yeah, it's like they would have to cut off their options, and they want to, but they don't want to because it's like risky. They want to because they do want to pursue this, but then it feels risky to them, kind of a thing. They're sorry. This person feels sorry about something. They're sorry I think they're sorry that they feel anxious and that they're kind of teetering here, but I think they're sorry that they made you feel anxious, and I think that you had to run off. Kind of Cinderella with the glass slipper, but I think that there's some kind of friend group. They ran you off. They could have been just sleeping with all your friends for some of you, like, or just like a lot of people at a certain friend group, and they ran you off and they're like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Because they know that they need to bring this to the table, and they want to. Part of them like really wants to, but I just feel like they're a certain way, and that way is like kind of fuckboy. They got a long way to go. This person's got a long way to go to be your Ace of Pentacles and your 10 of Pentacles. And so they're stalling. This person's kind of stalling. They're getting a different perspective, though, on like their functioning dysfunction. And they feel very anxious. They need to leave their comfort zone. So this is all their hidden thoughts about you. They're thinking about like, well, I want to leave my comfort zone, but then even if I'm just going to say this, like, even if you didn't take them back, they would get a much higher quality relationship if they left this behind. It's like shoot for the moon, at least you land among the stars kind of a thing. But this person, I think, is like, well, if I'm not going to be able to get you, it's not a guarantee that this person's going to be able to get you. So they're kind of like, well, I can't really guarantee that I'm going to get pile number 2. So should I really do that kind of a thing? I don't know. I suspect my ex was sleeping with a friend of mine behind my back. That energy, because they're doing it behind your back for reasons, So he doesn't want you to find out because he wants you. And She doesn't want you to find out because she knows somewhere, she knows that he wants you. And so they want that, both of them want that to still be an option. She wants to sleep with him, right? This is my thought process. She wants to sleep with him. She knows that it's wrong. She knows he wants to build something with you. And in order for that to be possible, you'd have to, to protect the sanctity of your relationship, you'd have to get rid of her. And then he doesn't want that. So it's so gross. It's just the energy of it is so gross. And and the fact that he can't respect you, he wants to be with you, but he doesn't want to make sure that you're good and that you're respected. And also that you've got good friends around you. I just heard Shania Twain, any man of mine better walk the line. Yeah, it's like any man of mine is going to make sure that it's not going to be fucking my friend. He's going to be telling me that my friend ain't my friend, is the guy that I want around me. For some, this guy just doesn't meet your standards. I just heard, this will more than happen to him, where he'll have, I think, a friend sleep with somebody. But I don't know, this guy just really doesn't seem like he cares much about people. I think that you're kind of rare in this. I just felt crying. This person is kind of weak. Emotionally, that's not exactly fair. Yeah. This person can have a drinking problem. They don't really like to think much about what they're doing. That's part of the stagnation that they're in. Ugh. They want a reunion. They think you're their happiness. But then there's also this cold side of them where they feel like they've got to logic this out. And they're really observing, there's some kind of betrayal, some kind of painful ending. And it may well have to do with a friend because this is Gemini energy. Or like a sibling or family or people that you thought were family or some kind of conversation. They're really watching. Maybe, but for some of you, they're looking for a relationship to end. Or for some, they're waiting to make their approach, but they're waiting for you to stop talking to somebody so that they can go over there. They kind of feel like you have all the cards now, that you are in a strong position. They want to break that a little bit, not in a bad way, but because they're confused about a Knight of... I feel like for some of you, this person doesn't know if you know that they're a Knight of Wands. I think you do know. Because like I said, I think some of you, it's you are blasting that static for a reason. Because I think that I'm just getting the impression here that you liked this person. I think that you let this person know that you liked them. I think they liked you. I think that, so there's no reason this person should feel insecure. And I just heard they do it to themselves. They did it to themselves because I think they were dicking around here. And this person does this. So do they like your friend? Not any more than they like the next girl. It's just this person, it's kind of that energy. But they did something here where they, you found out, I feel like you found out, or you put up your wall and so I think you had made it known that you like this person. And then I think that as soon as they did what they did, you started to blast the static. And so you're doing that on purpose. And so this person's trying to think of ways to get around that static. The way that they're saying it to me is, well, you're in the stronger position. I don't want you to be in the stronger position because I want to know. So this person also could have worked together with somebody in order to judgment. They're trying to unearth this. Yeah. This is not a King of Pentacles because that's what you're looking for. And he's looking for how you feel about him. I think you liked him. I think it was genuine. I think you were all in. And then I think he did whatever he did. And I think he did it multiple times because I think there's maybe even 3 people here that he's sleeping with. You could know multiple of these people or that he has slept with. And so that's not exactly the person that you want to be with. And I think it's turned you off in some kind of way. And that's when you started blasting the static because you did have feelings for this person. I think there's a natural attraction here. I feel like it's very mutual between the two of you, but that doesn't matter because of the way that this person behaves, according to you. And that's something that this person can't necessarily, he's got to talk to you directly. For some of you, this is I think a holdover from pile number 1 because it's the same, he's not direct. He's got to talk to you directly because you can say, I do like you. It's just that you're gross. I think you really think this person's gross. I didn't realize that when we were at first talking and I was flirting with you openly. Now that I do realize that, the circumstances have changed. So it doesn't matter that I like you because the answer is going to be no anyways. Because this person's do you like me or do you like that person over there? And for some, I think you're I'm giving that person over there their fair shake because they didn't do me the way that you did me. Because I think this person was more than aware that you both liked each other. I feel like it was very flirty. I feel like it was very mutual. and they ruined it, basically. This definitely still can be someone else. Okay, what are this person's thoughts about you? The Hermit. This person, I feel like, knows they have like a problem. Ever since I read this book, Why Does He Do That? Well, ever since I started reading it, you know, Lundy Bancroft says that, like, beware of people that say that they have a schmegge addiction, because a lot of them don't. It's just that they use that as an excuse, because it's like, I have this malady, which just makes me act out like in this way, when really it's like a mindset of feeling entitled. I'm really strongly getting that with this person. They feel entitled to sleep with whoever they can sleep with, and it is a bit desperate. Like, I think this person's probably very attractive to you, like on a lot of levels. And it's like, there feels like a friendship here too, like real like chemistry. These people aren't really friends. He's sleeping with like friends, but they're not really friends. They don't have like actually like a connection or any kind of chemistry. They have proximity. They're around in proximity. And all the more gross if that proximity is because of you. But yeah, like, I just feel that this is somebody who just really threw out the main course for just, it's like they found a dried Kellogg's cornflake on the ground and like just ate it, and you're like, you have a steak dinner. Like, I don't know. There is something. This isn't working in a way that it should, because this is objectively an unintelligent move. What's going on here? There's no feelings, so there's nothing to look into with that. It's just this doesn't make much logical sense to do this. So this is like very self-sabotaging is what I want to say. They keep coming back to you being angry and also sexy, and it turns them on when you're mad. Did I say that in pile number 1 too? They want in the beginning. They know that they need to be independent. So their thoughts kind of keep circling around this. Like, is that going to be enough? Like, if, you know, is that going to work if I am independent? They feel responsible for sleeping around and for sneaking around. And this has to do with like within your broader network. So friend might be too loose of a term, but it's like this person has surrounded you with enemies. Ew, and then they like go and they get like patted on the head. They're there. They're there. Causing all this mess for somebody else, but they're there. Or this person could watch you being taken care of is the other thing. So that is another thing where like you could have a friend around you that's taking care of you. And they're unsure about that. And they feel ashamed. They feel like the big bad wolf, and they have been. They're not sure if they're your favorite anymore. I think they did know. I think they did know that you guys felt a certain way. And then all of a sudden it changed, and this person's like, well, I don't know how they feel about me. But you're saying to me, it doesn't matter what I feel about you. I was clearly wrong, and I need to protect myself, and I just need to blast out this static until my system, like my appraisal of you can catch up with like what I know about you, kind of a thing, you know, with the way that I know that you, and that's what's causing this person like confusion, and it's kind of meant to. And this is your way of blocking this person out, I feel like. Again, this just depends on where you are at with the timeline, because I do think for some of you, there's like a new person here. If there's a new person, then if this is a new person, they could have watched something unfold with an old person. And they knew that you guys kind of had this like thing, but they also know how this guy is. And maybe he was just waiting for that to come out so that he could make his move, you know, kind of a thing, and send you some type of message. And he's waiting on as to whether or not he should, because this guy that's coming in, I feel like has been independent, is coming through a Knight of Pentacles energy. So I don't know if this is happening on a soul level or if this is like somebody in your actual remit, but this guy is the Knight of Pentacles, and he is working very hard on something, and he is not dicking off. He's not dicking around. He's been focused on something, and it could be that this guy has like kids, or he's doing a lot like around his home, or like getting himself together. But this guy has a platform. I'm seeing him. He's got something, and it's his own. whatever it is, it's like, it's his own. It might not look like much now, but it is his own. And he is like, I feel this guy's going somewhere, to be honest. I feel like this is like the real deal. I feel like he's going to maybe be prominent in his career. I think he likes the earthy things. Like he might like to cook for you. Like you might do dates in his house, you know, but he'll take you. This doesn't feel like Netflix and chill or disrespectful in any way. Because this guy's made you feel disrespected, this other guy. But this new guy is not going to do that. Because I think you will go out somewhere, you know, and he'll take you out and do all those things. And he'll be able to like afford that because he's very, I feel like this guy's good with money and like good with his like assets and stuff. Like, he's situated, I feel. I don't think that when you guys first start out, he has like tons of money or something, but he's very good at like managing the money that he has, and he's got a dream and he's got a vision and he's got a plan, and he sees you as being down with that. Like, also having a plan. You're somebody that he feels like he could build with. And so I think it's similar where he's like kind of looking at you with this other guy like, well, they clearly have a connection. That guy's a piece of shit. It will come out. And I'm just gonna, he has something here that he's focused on, but you're his favorite. And so he wants to come through. Yeah, he knows there's competition. I think he was contemplating whether or not he should tell you that guy you like is the devil. But he just kind of was like, it'll come out eventually. Dang, because this guy feels like he's got what you need in regards of love and that you're his wish fulfillment. But he feels like he's got to hang back here, maybe because this other guy, until something like comes out. So I don't know which, and there could be like two guys here. So there's one like that's maybe from your past, but also these two could know each other. Maybe not well, but it's like I kind of am getting not well, but they've witnessed each other like around you kind of a thing is what I'm getting. Yeah, okay, so this new guy, I feel like he recognizes this other guy as being a karmic from your past and like coming up short and just being a fantasy and you thinking that he's the king of rods and that has to kind of get worked out. I don't know if this is on a soul level for some of you. If this is like a DM that's like waiting to come in. But I think for a lot of you, this could all be in the same kind of sphere. He can't win against the devil until the truth comes out, is what he feels. He can't win against the devil until the truth comes out. Yeah, that he's a betrayer and that he's been with all these women. And I think it's close quarters women that you know as well, and that's who he is. And I think there's conversation. He knows that there's conversation about it amongst people that you know. So it'll get back to you. He knows that. And he's just waiting. Yeah, that was interesting. Or if this is a DM that's like waiting to come in on a soul level, he knows that you have to be confused about this guy, this devil, before you can be unified and coming towards him. But once you are unified, then he's going to come towards you or you're going to come towards him. And he's like the real deal. And this guy's like loyal and doesn't want to put his own future at risk. And that's like his future with you, but his future in like a lot of different things. This guy is like very stable, very earthy, like kind of energy that's coming in. So this new guy, I just want to see like what are his thoughts about you. I just saw like this wish fulfillment, like bashful kind of energy, thinks you're cute. Yeah, okay, this other guy really, it's his fantasy that this other thing blows up in a tower and that this other guy has to defend himself and that you defend yourself against this other guy. That's his fantasy. Again, I don't know if this is happening on a soul level or if this is like happening kind of around you. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so this just says, I'm not in the mood to meet another stranger or have a conversation about things that I don't feel amazed with. Best friend. Yeah. I think that's this guy that's coming in. I got issues on my own. I don't got time for all this drama. I feel like that's you. I got issues of my own. I don't got time for all this drama. And so does this other guy. And that's why he's stable. Because this guy, I feel like maybe doesn't have a safety net, and maybe you don't have a safety net. And that could be family. That could be like things to move back on. People like that have to be very focused on their careers, because you have to build your own safety net. Because if you go through a hard time, and no doubt you will, then you're going to have something to fall back on. And I feel like this guy's on that page, and he wants to be the guy that you can fall back on, and for you guys to have this like mutually like fulfilling kind of relationship. This other guy feels like he's, for whatever reason, dicking off. Look, I'm not sure what I'm feeling. I'm having wild thoughts about you. I secretly admire you. Yeah, because there's other options here. People are kind of waiting to see where you fall. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels like that's for everybody. So I don't even know like who to zero in on here to get messages from. I guess we'll just see as they come out. You're on my mind the most. So this person's really up in their head. You know, this is what their hidden thoughts are. Well, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of hidden thoughts. Yeah. Okay. So I'm still healing. This is the guy that you maybe already have a history with. And because he recognizes that you're still healing, and he's waiting for like his opening to kind of come in. My intentions can be selfish at times. I've liked you for a really long time. So he likes you, but he also is going to fuck other people, and people in close quarters to you as well that you know. He kind of brings disgrace upon you is what I'm getting. And any children, I think you're hot. I miss being around you. I'm depressed. So I feel like this guy is like depressed, but let's look at the new guy that's like coming in. I have trust issues. Okay. Maybe that's why he understands having trust issues, because he himself, I think, has been betrayed. It's like always the good ones, you know, that get like, I feel you're unpredictable. I can't tell if this is like on a soul level or whatever. It's like until this other guy's out of the picture is really what I'm getting. It's like, I've been up all night thinking about you. He wants it though. Like he wants to come towards you, but you need to kind of realize something about this other guy, be on your own solid footing. I think he's waiting for you to be independent for a while. So if your guides have you in kind of a holding pen where you feel like you've been single, you know for a fact you're not going back to this guy, even if he sent you a message or something and you're in some kind of holding pen, it's because this guy, this DM, this soulmate, it could have been that you cheated on him with this other guy in a past life or something, but he like needs reassurances that you are like for him, you know? You have changed me. I'm afraid to get close to people. I have a secret. I need to feel in control. But then you have changed me has come around. So I feel like this guy, like, actually it feels okay for him to give up control to you. Or maybe he's used to always being relied upon. Because again, with this King of Pentacles energy, it just feels like he's always had to have his ducks in a row or something. And so he needs to kind of feel in control. But with you, I think you help for him to feel like he doesn't need to be in control all the time, kind of thing. Yeah, I'm depressed. Every song reminds me of you. I wonder if this is a past life connection here, where one of you could have cheated on the other one. It could have involved this other guy from the past that doesn't really bring much to the table. But, yeah, this other guy from the past just blasted up. It's like, and he was like, I'm not sure what I'm feeling. And then the next card was, I'm playing games on purpose. So I feel like this guy's like, well, I'm not sure what I'm feeling. But really, he's just trying to like suss out whether he can like get back in. He's like saving face and stuff. You found something out about me. He's sleeping with all your friends. And then I'm playing games on purpose. I'm not ready, and I have a hard time communicating that. Yeah, he's not ready. This guy, it's a maturity thing. Like even on a soul level for this other guy, he's just not up to snuff. He's not at the same level you're at. This other guy is. And he misses being around you. He's afraid to get close to people because they play games. So you understand, you and this other guy understand each other. I think that's why Spirit's bringing you guys together. There could be a history here karmically, that you guys are now ready to mend between the two of you, but it also could be that you guys have been through something very similar and you've been through similar experiences and you're more of a match, and Spirit's going to bring the two of you guys together in order to assist you in like healing and like moving forward and having like the stable ground under you that you want to have. So that just being near you is intoxicating. Yeah. So that's the deal. This guy from your past will miss you though, because I hope that one day you can forgive me. I'm afraid to contact you. Like all that stuff's coming out, but I'm not going down that road. And I feel like that's the way you feel about it. I'm not going down that road. I know where it leads, straight to hell. So, yeah. All right. That was pile number 2. I'm just going to throw up the piles. In case you're just joining us, we just finished pile number 2, which is the mirror, and we're getting ready to do pile number 3, which is the stone. I do need help to heal. It's been absolute chaos and wreckage. Yeah, because the damage, I feel like, has been done in relationships, and so you're going to heal in relationships, but it's about finding, and I think between these two, it's about understanding what is foundation and what's not. Because this other guy, there may have been like a spark or chemistry or like a friendliness and a conversation and a mutual attraction, but that's really not translating into foundation energy. And I think that's maybe a hard lesson that you had to learn. Rocking and rolling. Oh, I'm so glad. You turn off the highway to hell. Yeah. Okay, well, compassion. I think the thunder stopped. This is almost done. Okay. Ready for pile 3? I almost lost my apartment because of this guy. Yeah, because I feel like it puts your stability to deal with that first guy. Your stability is really rocked. I don't think he contributes much to your stability, and I think he actively knocks it. How many times do I need to reject this guy? Happy birthday, Cece. Okay. Taking the staircase up. All right, so pile, oh, whoop. That was a ride. Pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3. What are their hidden thoughts about ya? What are their hidden thoughts about you? Okay. Spirit. Oh my gosh, Tia. Your ex-husband had sexual chemistry, but he was not a family man. So he became your husband and then afterwards broke everything. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for pile number 3, Spirit, what are pile number 3's person's secret thoughts about them? I feel like it's in a vault, baby, locked down with the stone. It's like, What are their hidden thoughts? What is pile number 3's person's hidden thoughts? Ooh. Okay, it's like a push-pull. It's like a push-pull with this person because on the one hand, they're kind of waiting for their ships to come in here. And then on the other hand, they feel self-protective, but also possibly inadequate in some way. Because I do feel like this person is striving for something for themselves. It could be in their career or whatever. And I do think that they've got to focus on that. But they're waiting for like some kind of justice. So they're waiting for a decision maybe, or they're waiting. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This person is like very protective of their energy. If you feel like you kind of can't get anything from this person, I feel like they're very protective. Why is this person feeling so protective? It's like it's a wish fulfillment, but it's not. You know, this person, maybe they don't know. They're like away from something, but they're scared. This person's like scared and of what they don't know, or like some kind of secrets, or they felt emotionally consumed by something. And for some of you, it doesn't have to necessarily be with this connection. I mean, you would know if this person like moved away, but so they don't have to feel emotionally consumed by this connection, but they feel emotionally consumed with something. And there is something that they're working on here in the background, and it could have to do with like work or money. It's a place where they feel inadequate. This is a person who will work on the places where they feel inadequate. They felt like a fool. They felt young in the game, or they felt like they didn't have a lot of experience in something. It could be with their career. Yeah, so this person's like coming off very cold, like, and they're locking their heart up. Their hidden thoughts about you. It's funny because there's something else this person's really thinking about like a lot. And I think it has to do with job, like security, their self-worth. That's really on their mind a lot. I just heard the most. It's on their mind like the most. It's something here like internal that they are focused on. And they feel trapped by it. Like whatever it is, they feel like kind of trapped by it. Like, well, I have to kind of. So maybe for some of you, this person wants to come towards you, but they are stuck because it's like they have to. For some, it's like they don't have enough money to travel back to you or to travel towards you or something. So they have to like stay home. They have to stay like kind of perched in a certain place. Yeah, they're waiting for their money to grow. This person's like really, really focused on their money. So their hidden thoughts about you, somehow it's also like associated with their money. Yeah, they kind of don't feel good enough. They don't feel like stable or strong. They maybe feel like you walked away or you left. There was a lot of love in this situation, they feel like, but possibly also too many cooks in the kitchen, you know? Maybe too many people were offering their opinions about your connection. Everybody had good intentions, I think, but you left here for something. I just heard that song from Taylor Swift. It's like, I'm right where you left me. I'm still in the restaurant, still sitting in the corner I haunt. So this person's like still kind of maybe doing the same thing. They feel like this is like happiness though. What are their hidden thoughts toward you? There could have been some kind of message of you leaving. I feel like you leaving, for some of you, it's like you left to go study something. You move somewhere to go to school, or it's funny. This person's trying to get your attention without getting your attention. It's very soft power, you know? They feel that you're focused on something else and that you've kind of like moved away from them. And possibly it's like to expand in some way. Maybe they feel like you're focused on your career, but I think they think that you're doing better for yourself than they are. Because you could have had some kind of like lucky break, or you could be, building with somebody or building a career. I'm really getting that. And so they feel cold and like detached. They watch you though. I feel like this person could have felt hooked in by something. Oh, maybe it's another connection that was like very fantasy based. Or they could have tried to hook you in with like a fantasy. And they feel like you've balanced yourself out from that, if that's the case. But I think they also could have gone in for some kind of fantasy. Doesn't necessarily have to be in love, but I think for a lot of them it is. And they've tempered out. They see you as the Empress and they want to come towards you and they want to have some kind of plan to come towards you. What are this person's hidden thoughts? They're unsure. This person's having some type of money trouble. And I think that you might be in a different place than this person. And that could be in your career, but because it has something to do with pentacles, but it also could be actual physical location. And they don't know if they can ground this. This person doesn't know if they can ground this. Yeah, because I think maybe it's you that's protective. I mean, I think this person is kind of protective too, but of their struggle maybe, but maybe it's you that's protective. And independent as well. And it makes this person feel defensive and nervous about a reunion. Because maybe they think that you're around people that can offer you more. Oh, they got tricked for a fantasy like bag of money. That could also be it as well. They could have gone in for something that they thought was, I'm really getting that. Yes, thank you for putting that together, Jennifer. Yeah, I'm really getting that. I think that, this person went in for some kind of like fantasy cash. It could have been like with an Empress, could have been with their mom, could have been with like a woman, but this is also just Venus energy. They thought something here like had value, or maybe that they were sent packing. So they could have thought that they were going to be like a partner in something, or like, and then they were going to make a plan here to come back. But I feel like that was the temptation. Because there was some type of secret meeting I just heard. There was some type of secret liaison. There was some kind of secret there was a communication with this person that it hit a lot. It was meant to sound like, okay, like, you know, in workplaces, it's like, oh, we're all family. Like, it's kind of like that. It was meant to sound like, oh, we're all family. Don't you feel a part of it? Don't you feel comfortable? You can make this your home. But it was just manipulative, and they hid a lot. They said what this person wanted to hear, but they left out their true intentions. This person is feeling, in order to keep this person stuck, I think in order to keep this person on the hook. So maybe it's the thing where it's like, well, we can't pay you much now, but if you stick around, then you're going to be this or that, you know, and it was really just to keep this person like stuck. And now this person's starting to see this kind of differently. Yeah, they withheld the truth, and there could have been not the truth about some kind of marriage or partnership. So it could have been that, I don't know, for some of you, I don't know, that it could be something like maybe he met with a husband and wife team. They had a business. The wife had a baby and was on maternity leave and planned on being that way for several years. So they just needed this person to stick around long enough, and then she was going to take over this person's job, but they didn't say that to this person. There's a lot that they kind of hid about it. And they were actually hopeful. I don't think it was an entire lie, because I think that they were hopeful that their business would be like booming or something by then, but it wasn't. And so this person is not actually family. This is the first person that's going to like be thrown on their butt or something. I don't know. Yeah, there's a dependence or a lack or something here. Yeah. So this person's having to like think about that, you know, because they have to think about their like money. So that's also, maybe they're very protective of that, and maybe that's why they duped is what I'm hearing, and they're confused and they don't know what their options are. That could be in regards of career, but I think it's also somehow in regards to you. So, but they're kind of kept separate, and this person is like blocking their heart. They're trying not to show their heart, or like they need some kind of change of pace, change of place, and that could be in their work. And they're secretly grieving. They're secretly grieving the love lost here. They feel responsible for making a decision here about a person in a place. That was like kind of final. And then I feel like this person had to take responsibility for it. And then they were like sent packing, and they had to like, and then now they don't know how to clear the air with something. And I think it was maybe a part of a plan. So it could be that this person was like, I'm going to go get this job, and it's going to be really impressive, and it's like going to keep building. And then that's when I'm going to come back. But then the timing got all off. I don't know. I feel like even in this reading, my communication is like a little choppy. I don't think you're in communication with this person. This person's realizing, I think, that they were manipulated, or they got taken advantage of, or something here. Yeah, because y'all could have really had something here in the past, but it feels to me like instead of just going at that directly and honoring your connection in the right way, cluing you in, this person, I don't know, like had this thing about career, that it was a strategy about career. They're going to go become successful or something, and then come back around instead of repairing your relationship, or you being a part of that journey. Or for some of you, I feel like that might be karmic, because you would have seen through this. You would have said, these aren't good people. You would have said something. And I sort of feel you were meant to be there in conversation. So if something fell apart and you moved away, and this person, instead of like fixing your relationship, they needed that extra armor, is what it feels like, of I'm doing well in my career or something. This like all kind of crumbled. And it's because they're not supposed to do that kind of stuff. They're not supposed to try to work around they need to learn partnership stuff. They need to learn how to heal their partnership from a position of partnership and not like something else here. And I think that might be karmic because, again, I think maybe you were meant to be there for a conversation, or you would have been a grounding presence, or you would have said, this isn't really adding up to me. Or you could have known these people. Something about like something that these people did in the past, or you could have shown a light on some kind of secret here is what I'm getting. Some kind of secret like friendship or association that you would have unearthed something here, cast some kind of judgment is what I'm getting. That something here is like lacking. Yeah. This person lacked wisdom. They were trying to just jump into something, and I think that they were desperate, and it might have something to do with your connection because they were desperate to show off or something. They jumped in, but it lacked wisdom, and they should have actually like been alone and maybe learned a skill or persevered. Yeah, this is karmic for them. Something here is karmic for them because they don't rely on, they're not supposed to go down this route. And I think these are karmics. Whoever, it feels career related. These are karmics for this person. I know this is not a lot about you, but it's somehow about you. Like this person going down this path is somehow a roundabout way of them like getting back to you or something, because they feel like they need to bolster themselves. They need to feel a certain way in themselves, I think, in order. And that might mirror you is kind of what I'm getting. I think that you might also feel that way, that you need to feel strong in yourself, but it doesn't. I think for you, it's that you feel like you need to protect yourself from this person for some reason. And you're also very focused on career. Yeah, you've given it up. You're like surrendered to this. There was a lot of love here, but I think, and this person's viewing it as like, there's a lot of love here, but you left and like to go find your healing and your career and your inspiration and something vivacious or whatever. Something where there's like less secrets and maybe a better group of people. They are actually looking at it that way. And you're looking at it as this Queen of Cups as like, I am a very loving person and I just got to give this one to God, you know? Yeah, this person is not wanting to let go. But they're viewing this as like being some kind of an ending. And I think in the ending, they're having to surrender as well. And be alone. I do think they're watching you. For some, they might be watching you move on with somebody else. And be happy. Yeah, it's very sweet. Whatever the energy is, it's like they're keeping their own heart hidden. They're sad because there's something here that's like a functioning dysfunction. And I don't think it's specific to this career situation. It's the mindset that's given rise to it. That's like a functioning dysfunction. Or maybe this person feels like they can't come towards you because they're not like established in their career. And I don't think that's true. I think that you could have, I think what's weird is I feel like you guys are soulmates, you know, with the Lovers card that keeps coming out here. It's like, you know, or divine counterparts or something. There's a paradox here where this person's like, I have to have a career and then I'll move towards this person. And it keeps their ego intact. And Spirit's like, you will have it all if you do it the exact opposite way around. If you can tuck in your pride, if you can be humble, and if you can not have the bravado that you want to hide behind, and if you can just go have a healthy relationship. And also it's something where it's like, no, that is my soulmate, because you don't like him for his career, you know, or her for her career. You're not mooching. You're going to build something together, and it's going to be that in the trenches kind of feeling. It's going to engender a lot of loyalty between the two of you because you've just seen each other through thick and thin kind of a thing. But this person has to be willing to put their pride down. And I think that's it. I think that's what Spirit's terms are, where Spirit is like, no, you can have it all. You can be successful in your career, but you have to approach this person like not from a place of ego. You can't approach this person from a place of bravado. It can't be all about you. It's got to be about their needs. And Spirit is like, I brought the two of you together at a certain time when you weren't doing well in your career, because you can have it all, but you have to go about it this way where you've got a person that loves you for you and not for something else, you know? Yeah, and they need to learn some kind of skills. And Spirit is saying you're ready. Spirit is saying like you're actually ready for this. Yeah, like this is like a lover person, but they don't act like it. And you've had to heal from this person, I think maybe because they were manipulative in love. But Spirit is like calling it. Spirit's like, you're more than ripe, is what I'm getting. You are more than ripe for this lesson. Stop with this functioning dysfunction. Stop hurting this person. Stop it. It's not okay. But I feel like they've potentially had to move you away from this person. Yeah, because it's just lacking. And you feel lacked. Lacked? You feel lacked. Okay? You feel like it's something wrong with you. That this person can't commit to you, that this person won't talk to you, that this person can't just like drop their guard and have a normal ass human conversation. You feel like there must be something, you must not be important enough. He must not care enough. That's what you think. You're internalizing it. And so I feel like the universe gives this person back exactly what they gave to you. And I think it's in a way that they'll understand. It's like in career, especially because it's like, that's the thing that they keep. I'm picturing an animal like just pawing at the door. Your cats ever do that where you're like, I need a minute to myself. And then they're just like pawing at the door, you know? And that's what this person's doing to like career. But it's because they put, to them, the career thing is the only way that they're going to get to you. So they're trying to get to you via career is what I'm getting. And Spirit's saying, no, that's a functioning dysfunction. And it makes you lack in your relationship with this person. They internalize it. They feel not good enough, which is not okay. And that's the one thing that this person doesn't want to feel, because I think this person feels not good enough, but they need to learn that their worth as a person is not tied into how much they make and whatever, you know. So I feel like Spirit gives this person what they've given to you, and they need to like look at this like shadow self. Yeah, of like they picture themselves as being like career or something, but they feel like the Page of Cups, and that's okay. Spirit needs this person to look at this like they sacrifice. When this person's like, oh, well, I got to surrender it, because I think that they feel that they've been in that position too. They give up their divine union. They give up like the Hierophant energy. That's what they do. Spirit is like, okay, it's like surrendering it, like surrendering a vehicle or something. This person, they put their divine counterpart like back on the market, basically. They put them there. They don't get to like hold on to you, you know? Because again, Spirit is saying this is the direction that it needs to go. I also feel like they're protecting you, because this person might not be the nicest person if they have stuff. Yeah. Because they want to stand out to you. This person, their hidden thoughts is that they want to stand out to you. And they can't figure out how to get you to open this door, or how to let your guard down. But the thing is, they've got to stop with the bravado. They've got to start being real. They got to show you their heart. They got to stop with this game. Yeah. And they got to take responsibility, and they got to come down off the hill, because the hill's kind of an elevated position, you know? They got to find who they are. It's a paradox. The way that they get to you is their karma. I actually feel like this is the way this person works out their karma, is like, how do I get to her? It's such a paradox, because I don't know who this person has dated in the past, but it's like ass backwards. I think the people that they dated wanted money from them or wanted them to be successful. But you're the opposite. You have a connection with this person that they need to be honoring. They don't see that. And they go in for temptations by the devil and introduce competition in their heart, in their energy, with their attention span. They are introducing competition, and they don't understand, because like through it all, they just have this like love for you, but they take the temptation every time. And that's what's got you like locked up in your heart. And so Spirit is saying, for this to be undone, this guy needs to stop being about his ego so much, which is why they've put it in the order that they've put it in. And there's no getting around that. And I feel like he needs to wise up, and he needs to, I think he's like sneaking around, but he's like potentially watching you be burdened. You take responsibility for things you shouldn't have to take responsibility for. He's just watching you. He's just watching you do that on some level. And he is learning. He is learning from watching you do that. So that's what we have for pile number 3. That's this person's hidden thoughts about you. Oh, he's very established, and I used to be the sugar mama for others, so I don't feel worthy. Yeah, it's crazy slow. They got a lot of work to do. My shadow side, I'm struggling to meet with a new job in a new field. As a broke girl who took a big pay cut and feels egoic about not learning a new role. They need to apologize for the immense pain they cause as well. Yeah. So they want to come towards you, but they have a lot internally. This person just has a lot internally that they have to process through about where their self-worth comes from. Because I think their self-worth comes from money. And I think they've been around karmics that want money from them. They want, and that's just not what you want. And it's like a little man syndrome that this person has to kind of, they have to like knock it loose is what I'm getting. They got to knock it loose. Okay. Yeah. I felt not good enough and asked myself, what's wrong with me? Why? Yeah. And there's a mirroring here. And I do just want to point that out. There's a mirroring because I think you both kind of felt that way about your career. And so you're also, I think, like focused on your career and like also your self-worth. But I think that you do have this kind of self-dignity. And I think that you have moved away and you feel like you're protecting yourself from this guy because while he's like chasing his career, I feel like he's entertaining other options. It's not like he's saving his money or anything. He's, and also the career thing is competition to like your connection because there is something about it where you would feel on a soul level, this should be happening now. And the fact that it's not is disrespectful to me because this person is choosing something or someone else, even if it is pursuing this career stuff, it's over me. When in reality, in this person's mind, they are pursuing the career as the path to pursuing you in the way that they want to pursue you. It's all about them, and kind of like their ego. And they want to feel, maybe they want to feel like more important than you, or they want to feel more successful than you, especially if this is a man, because it's like they think that's how it should be or something. Instead of, I just heard, I'm just a poor boy from a poor family. And maybe you both are just like at the same level, monetary wise, like whatever monetary that wise that is. You're both on the same level. And so you both have the same needs or something. And it's like, you get it. You get it. You understand that not everybody is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. And that's, random. Like we believe in karma and stuff, but and so that we can face certain things. But it's like, yeah, you weren't born a billionaire. Like, welcome to the club, I don't know. Goes back to mirror for many of us. Yeah, there is definitely a mirror here. And I think you've gone off and because you're trying to pursue it in the right way. You are. I feel like you're situated where you understand maybe there's some self-worth issues here and maybe it is connected with your career and stuff, but you're trying to heal and you're trying to like pursue your independence and something, but he's doing it, or she, whoever, it's like via dependence. They're not chasing their independence, they're chasing dependence because they just want the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow of like, see, I've got this job and I've got this money. It doesn't matter how I did it. And I'm completely reliant on these people that kind of have lied to me or whatever. They're not looking at it that way. It's the devil's cup. They thought that it's a shortcut. When spirit is saying you're talented, that's what this person can't see just because, because they're showing up as a magician. You're talented and you're ready. Very creative energy coming off of this person. And again, I think with you too, very creative people, good socially as well. It's like build your own network or something. I don't know. Build your own connections, build your own opportunities. And then nobody can take it away from you. But I feel like the two of you are going to do that side by side or together in some way. And it'll be yours. And it's just going to infuse this lover's energy. But also I feel like for some of you, this guy, if his ego is allowed to just run around on legs, he'll just cheat on you, because he just wants like the facade or something. So it's like there needs to maybe be something karmically here where it's like you owe everything to her and she owes everything to you. And that's beautiful. And you need to get with that program because you've got a lover's kind of connection here. And that needs to be taken care of. And you need to learn how to take care of it, and be responsible for that. And not just like think about yourself all the time. And the money, I think, would make him think that he has a right to, if it just came from him and like his side of things and you guys weren't just building together. I don't know. All right. Yeah, that kind of took it out of me, this last pile, because it feels like very heavy and blocked off here. And I think Spirit's also like putting a block here between the two of you, because I think you're kind of doing it, like I said, the right way. Like you're pursuing it the right way. You're pursuing your own sun energy, your 10th house. And this person is something else. So I feel like you chose different paths in that sense. And that might suck because I think you saw this person as an equal. Even though their self-esteem prevented them from seeing themselves that way, I think you saw this person as an equal because you saw their capability. You saw their creativity. You saw their ability to communicate. You saw their creativity. You saw their skill sets. Maybe this person's really adaptable. I think for some of these people, they do actually kind of have an intuitive feel for learning certain things. But they just their self-esteem was, I think, too heavy at that time. So, okay. So that was pile number 3. And I think someone just shot a gun off or something. I don't know. Not everyone is perfect. That's not an excuse. We all get issues, and to be honest with ourselves and accountability. That's true. Okay, so let us move into the general messages. And we are doing general messages because we finished reading from the Why Does He Do That? I just wanted to read the different kinds of abusers, and I feel like we've done that. So we'll do a general message. But I'm just going to take a drink really quick because my throat is kind of... Oh, bunny butt. Oh, nice. BQ. Nice. Okay. Bunny butt. Bunny, bunny, bunny butt. Bunny butt. Bunny, bunny, bunny butt. Bunny butt. Every time. It feels a certain way every time. It takes time. Okay. Treat yourself today, Jess. Knocked it out of the park. I'm so glad. I have like very loose shorts on, and it's like I thought you guys could even see them up like in the screen, but you can't. I'm so glad. My husband makes this joke. I don't know. He saw something online where like the leggings, like for every year that you're married, like the leggings go up like higher and higher and higher. Because I have leggings that like some of them, they go up like super high. But honestly, I like to feel like protected. You know, I've always been like that. I like to wear like tank tops or something because I just feel like all my organs and stuff are like just in there. Janae, thank you so much for the super chat. This was deeply helpful. Have to rewatch. Thank you, Jess. I'm so glad. It sounds like everybody is saying that this was actually really helpful. Okay. So, you look like a French mademoiselle tonight, Jess. Thank you so much. I have, I really like puffer sleeves, and I think that's going to be my new thing. So, I think I'm just going to be like a puffer sleeve person. It makes me feel like elegant and like put together, even if I'm just wearing like a t-shirt or something. And I've just noticed that they're really, well, I noticed that they're in. I haven't been like shopping, but I had to return Amazon to Kohl's, and I took a spin around, and I noticed a lot of like these kinds of sleeves. So I don't know. I don't know if they're in or they're supposed to be in, but I really like them because I think it's like, I don't know, it's a way to feel like nice when you're wearing like just a t-shirt or something. So, okay. I love how honest people are being in the comments. I just want to call this out because I worry about that sometimes because I just know for myself, like I get burned out from doing like my own shadow work and stuff. I really, really do. And I'm like, because I have a lot of problems. I have low self-esteem. I feel like we all do. I feel like that's just the nature of being human. And it's like, like I'm just going to confront this real quick. But also I have been like much happier lately too, because I feel like I have been actually moving stuff, and I have like these moments of just like joy, like simple joy, you know? But everybody's being just so real and honest in the comment section, and I just feel like that's really admirable. Shadow work is so draining. With bouffant sleeves. Oh my gosh. I saw this image of Jasmine Crockett. She's a representative in Congress, and she had this white shirt on with puffer sleeves, but it wasn't like these like small puffer sleeves. It was like bouffant sleeves, and it looked really good, and it looked like really crisp, and I don't know if I could pull something like that off, but yeah, I don't know. I've really been drawn into the puffer sleeves. Okay, so let's get a general message. Let's get the general message. These piles were intertwined and interesting to see their journey as well. Yeah, I was noticing that too, because I do think for some of you, they were just like, they were intertwined. So I don't know where you're at on the timeline, but just take this however it resonates. Okay, so general messages. Oh, 7 of Wands. I feel like some of you maybe feel like pointed at, you know, ganged up on. You could be sneaking around in regards of this. And I think you feel young in the game at something, and maybe even like sorry or just like hopeful. Yeah, it's a lot because your energy feels kind of light here, and Spirit is asking you to like maybe take responsibility or to like really like work up that hill. and you're going to get stronger. Okay, so I feel like if you're young in the game at something, I don't know what arena in life this is. This could be like a new job that you're working. Spirit is saying like, just stick with it. Just keep swimming, because it's going to get easier and easier and easier and easier and easier, as you put one foot in front of the other. Because look at this little cat like on her shoulder, and it's like, you can do it. Look, you got it. You can do it. I'm hearing you don't even know your own strength. You really don't. And that, I just heard Spirit is like, it's going to be such a pleasure for you when you realize your own strength. I also feel like something about this struggle that you're going through, it's going to lead you to better people, like your people, better people, that is of Spirit's like higher cup. And it's going to help with some like kind of confusion. And they might bring in some like more options about like something here. Maybe to help with like your reputation or career or something here like that. But just keep going is what I'm getting. Just keep going because you feel lacking. I feel like something here is like you feel lacking, you feel put upon, you feel called out. Aubrey, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, I'm so glad. And I feel like this, trouble doesn't last always, and life always comes at you in seasons. So like, yeah, right now, I think that maybe you're feeling young in the game, or you're feeling really like you don't have the lay of the land yet or something, or you feel really lacking. But there is something here that you want, and you feel like kind of just surrounded by like all of these thoughts. And it's like, okay, well, what do I do? Spirit is saying that you're going to be victorious with this. And I think for some, you're watching somebody who is like being successful or somebody on their path to success. Okay, so don't compare yourself is what I'm getting to, because like if you're new in a work environment or something and you're watching somebody on their path to success, that person also had to start off here as well. And I'm hearing that's the difference. Like they just one foot in front of the other and just being very grounded and working through the places where they feel like lacking or something. That's where success comes from. It doesn't just come like overnight or anything like that. And I feel like Spirit is trying to offer you a higher cup here. That's going to lead to some kind of like inspiration or like new, and it's assistive in some way. I also feel some of you may have a karmic from your past. I don't know in what arena this is, because I don't know if this is career, but this could still be like a social aspect of life. It could be family, it could be friends. Somebody here is like kind of chasing after you and like wanting to sabotage. Or maybe a relationship, or sabotage your confidence, or you blooming, or you growing. Yeah, something here is like watching you, someone or something. So Spirit is like, we've got to go about it this way. You got to trust. There's like certain like level of strength. Spirit's building up your strength that you kind of like need. So I think some of you are like, why? Like I've just had to persevere. And it's because, yeah, you might see certain places where you could get a win now, but Spirit has to go about it this way because there is something that feels like it feels karmic, and I don't know, it's a person, I think, or it's some kind of energy. It's watching you, and it's going to send something up here, and it'll eat you like later on in the journey if you don't build up a certain kind of strength. So it seems futile now, or it seems like, oh my gosh, this is so unnecessarily hard. Why? Like, why do I have to do this? And Spirit is saying, trust me, we can see everything. We can see where this is going to go. And so we're building up the wing strength or the leg strength or something now, because we can see that what you can't see, like kind of in the future, it's like, just trust. I think some of you are like, I think you do actually trust Spirit, because I was just about to say, like, I think some of you are like, oh, just trust, like, because it's like you're flying blind, and that's part of the human experience as well. When you live in like a linear timeline and you have like a handful of senses that you can use to understand what's going on around you, like in life, it's hard. It's not the best way of navigating, I sometimes feel like I remember being on the other side a bit. Not like directly or anything, but why would I have, this is me personally just speaking out loud, why would I have a certain level of frustration around not being able to kind of like see 360 degrees and like far, like I've never had that as a person. So, but part of me like remembers that, where it's like, I remember the bird's eye view of like the life that I chose or something. And then I'm trying to navigate it, and it's frustrating to me because I have to just live in linear time and take things as they come. But I could see so much more. Like, I don't know, it feels like that. But I actually think that you might be experiencing some kind of like existential frustration like that, but you do actually trust Spirit, and you trust your path and everything. And you know that it's like, oh, okay. Callie V, thank you so much for this super chat. Yes, there is something here. Spirit is building your strength because there is something here from your past that wants to come and it's old. Whatever it is, it's old. So you know how karma's like ripen on the vine? Whatever this is, it's either been after you for a long period of time where it's like just annoying, but whatever this energy is, it's strong. You know, like it feels predatory, but it's very resilient. It's like ability to stick around. I don't know if that's like a person, like a karmic or something here. So you're confused. Spirit's acknowledging that you're confused about, the like perseverance. And I feel like you've got to turn this corner in your soul. There's a certain corner, and I'm hearing something click in. And I don't know what this corner is that you're turning in your soul, but there is something here. Spirit knows exactly what it's looking for. And I think some of you are like, well, I made this progress or that progress. And Spirit's like, until you click over in this like one way, like, you know. Ginger, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for confirming all the chaos through all the piles. All of it is resonating, sadly. Okay, so once this clicks in, you're going to have an aha moment. You're going to be like, oh, I get it. Like, it's going to make sense to you. You're in the part of the journey where it's like, it doesn't necessarily make sense. I think you can feel it though, because I just saw something like attached to your heart. It's like a white thread, and it's like pulling you forward, and it feels positive. It's like Spirit is like, come on, like, you know. So I wonder what they're showing me that something would be confusing. They can't explain this to you, like what they want you to click in. Can you say anything about it? Huh. Somebody from your past is watching you have a sweet interaction with your wish fulfillment, and they feel angered by it, and they want to take some kind of action. This person might be the same gender as you. This might be like a friend. It's coming through as a masculine energy. But somebody here is like angry about something that is a wish fulfillment for you. And maybe you don't know what this wish fulfillment is. I mean, it could be from the past, like something that you want to work towards. But somebody here is like going to sabotage it. And this person is like strong. Yeah, it is karmic, whatever's going on here. Why is it karmic? Some kind of sudden message about a reunion. Or maybe there was a reunion and somebody got like knocked for 6 because of some kind of, they saw something and it was shocking. Or why is this karmic? The 4 of Wands. Oh, okay. 4 of Wands. So it's a happy celebration card. Somebody wants to sabotage this, is what I'm getting. They don't want this happy reunion. They don't want this. This person could be masking their toxicity, or they might not be around because this person is going to come. I'm seeing somebody in this exact position here. Like, see how he's like in his little castle? And I'm seeing this person jump off of this and hedgehog, roll down the side of this, burrow into the ground, and it's like there's something submersive, and then they come up, and then it kind of rears its ugly head. So you're going to think it's in your past, but then all of a sudden it's at your future, at a wedding, at a party, at a celebration. And this person's trying to sabotage this like happy reunion or like a happy wedding or something here, because they've seen you interacting here in a sweet way with somebody else, and they don't like it because this person's kind of aggressive, or they're selfish, or they think you should be, or something like that. I don't know. But also with the 4 of Wands, because this is Bharani energy for me, which is Venus. And maybe that's who this is. But Bharani, it's ruled over by Yama, which is death. Like, I'm getting that. Somebody wants to cause like a death ending here. But Bharani, there can be this like marriage energy, right? And children and like things like that. But it also can be like, the way I've learned it is a schmegs worker. And no, I'm not saying this is an actual schmegs worker, but just like some kind of schmegsual like connection that is very angry and is going to come back and try to cause an ending. So this could be a schmegsual connection or something that was just schmegsual, but maybe that person has gained a lot by being that way, with you or towards you. And maybe this is in a past karmic life. I don't know. So there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of kinetic, karmically speaking, spirit is saying this. You don't understand the way that this kind of karmic energy works. There's a lot of kinetic energy, and you'll need to stand up to it, or you'll need to be able to thwart it or something before. So it's going to be pissed. Something here is going to be pissed and triggered by a reunion or a marriage. And whatever it is, it's you getting what you want, you getting a wish fulfillment. And it feels you being tender and soft and sweet with somebody here. And it's not an energy that they ever got from you. I think it's going to trigger them or it's going to piss them off. But it was never supposed to be that way, because this is a karmic energy. I feel like y'all needed to learn what you were supposed to learn from each other, go your separate ways. I think this person's deeply entrenched in your energy, deeply rooted. Just heard got him by the balls. And you're probably a female in this life, or take this however it resonates. But I mean, it's like sexual energy. They've got you somehow by sexual energy. It's like suctioned on is what I'm getting. This is like maybe succubus or incubus energy. It's really, and you're going to see that. I think there's like a potency in that of what was done. Because I feel like this energy also tries to lull you to sleep of like that there is no energetic exchange in doing schmegs or something. This is either a friend that's like, oh, it's okay to go form like a bunch of chords, and that's not going to affect you energetically with these souls or anything. It's not going to hold, it has like a hold back kind of vibe here. Or it's somebody that you were sleeping with and it's like, oh, it's just meaningless. But actually there's a lot of kinetic energy, karmic kinetic energy that's been built up in whatever this is. And you don't understand it. You don't understand quite the way that it's going to ricochet back or affect it. Affect something here that you want in the future. Some wish fulfillment. You can't just go directly towards it. And Spirit's saying you would be confused if we tried to like explain it, but you can't go directly towards it because of the recoil, because this is fierce and this is strong. And I think somebody here is being allowed to be in a sweet energy because it's not their karma to clear up. And I think they've maybe gotten away from it. So they're kind of far away, and they're the star, they're the hope. They're the star in the sky that's kind of like leading you onwards. But this needs to be dealt with. It needs to be made a decision. It needs to be severed from. There might need to be an authority that's like brought in here to maybe sever something through the legal system or something. But also there's like a dependence that needs to be severed, because I'm getting like almost Vishaka energy. This is like maybe nice house. This King of Swords is Mrgashira energy, which is a very auspicious nakshatra. It's Taurus into Gemini, and it's the leaving the Garden of Eden. And so the Garden of Eden is a place where you have all your needs met, but there's this, you just have to play by the rules. It's some kind of like controlling energy. There's a controlling energy around you that I just don't think that you see straight. I don't think that you see it clearly how controlling it is, because they control with the Garden of Eden. So it's like, I think this person looks benevolent. They look like they're providing something. BQ, thank you again for the super chat. I know you didn't give it one before, but I saw your message before. Anyways, I think that this person isn't showing their toxicity and how calculated they are. This person like from your past, or it could be somebody that you're dependent on. I don't know if this is a parent, a friend, somebody here, but when you try to move away from them, that's when they're going to start to show their toxic side. You will be caught off guard, and somebody else in your relationship will be hurt in the process here. That's what it's really saying. So you have to build up these other strengths to be able to bust this tie from this other person, yourself, and to fully get away and to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and to kind of have your own gravity and your own strength to be able to kind of challenge this person. Because I think there's been a dependence on this person. I just heard a mutual dependence for a very long time. And that dependence doesn't, I think for you, it might be money or it might be like stability, but it's very codependent. And, that's another book that I'm going to get and reread. I read it once after I finished this one, because I'm not quite done, but Codependent No More. Some of you might want to read that, because I feel like there's some kind of codependency here. And it could be that you bring something to the table with your personality, or you entertain this person or something like that they benefit from being with you. But it's a codependent kind of relationship, or you're somehow their cover. If you left, this person would be looked upon a certain way, I think. I don't know. But it's going to shock you that this person is... They're shocked too about like this lovers situation. They feel like it's a betrayal and they're pissed. This person's like pissed. They want to end it. This person wants to end it so badly. They want to control you. They want to keep you dependent too. They want to keep you clung on. And so I think this person appears as a helper. For some of you, they could be supplying drugs, like whatever your drug is. And that doesn't have to be an actual substance, but whatever your addiction is, this person like supplies it to you. But they do it under like, well, I just care about you so much. Really, it's control. So you have to understand that. Once you understand that about this person, I think you'll understand yourself more as well. And that these kind of codependent strategies are not working on this soulmate connection because it's a soulmate connection. It's a high vibrational soulmate connection. Y'all have the stuff. You don't have to do this weird shit. But this person, yeah, they maybe even want to cause something here that's going to cause this person to judge you. They're going to unearth something from your past. And that's going to shock you because you thought this person was your friend. But really, it's because they want you to have to come crawling back. They want you to have to come back to them in some way. I don't know if you know this person in this lifetime. It's a karmic, though, and it's old. It's been around. This is a hard karmic to overcome, whether you know them in this lifetime or you don't. Because like I'm saying, Spirit is saying you don't see this. You don't see this person coming. And this is something that burrows under because it likes the element of surprise and it likes cloaking itself. I don't know if this is an energy. I don't know if this is a person, but it's going to come back around. And it's going to try to break that up. Yeah, it's going to try to cause a painful ending. And it might even like to get you to betray this person or for it to seem like you betray this person. I don't know if this is an entity. I don't know if this is like an energy. I don't know if this is a person. But that's what it wants. And it's to keep you under control and dependent. But it's all under the guise of I'm helping you. I give to you because I'm helping you. But really, it's not that. Yeah, they need you to be the hermit, which is like, see her, how she's like alone and she's strong and she's at peace with being alone. I feel like you need to master that. You need to be at peace with being alone. And some of you maybe, yeah. And I think you're getting there. So you're working your way to the hermit by way of the Knight of Pentacles. So there's something here like in the physical that it's like, I think very satisfying to you. Like maybe a hard day's work is actually very satisfying to you. I can totally relate to that. But it's like, one foot in front of the other, you know, you're building something here. You're really tending your, okay. And I think maybe this is the part you don't understand where you're like, why do I have to be working so hard? Or it's so drudgery, you know, but like you're building some kind of like foundation to where you can leave. And I do think there's a situation where there's maybe a lot of love here. But it is codependent kind of love. And, with the 8 of Cups, you know, I remember when I was first learning the tarot, I read something about, there's an intuition here with the 8 of Cups because none of these cups in a lot of the decks, in some decks, they are like broken and spilled over. They're not broken. They're not spilled over. They're all still there. But it's an intuition that says this is going to turn sour. If I don't leave this group, it's going to turn sour. Then I'm really going to be in a fight for my life. Because I think you might be edging out is what I'm getting of some kind of soul group. You are like advancing. Your soul is like ascending and these people want to hold on to you. So the time is now is what I'm getting for you to like, the time is nigh. I just heard the time is nigh for you to get your feet under you in this way so that you can like launch up out of this because yeah, Spirit is confirming that. Yes. And get to like, because then Spirit can protect you, I feel like, and put a blockage up to this Knight of Wands person. That has a lot of, it's going to be instinctive. It's going to be, I just heard careless, but it's going to maybe be aggressive or sexual. It's not all the way thought through, but it's just this impulse. And it's strategic, whatever it is. To ruin this is what I'm getting. To ruin a 10 of Cups kind of connection. It's like, I have so many questions about this. It's like, why is this person the way that they are? I mean, they're controlling. And this person could have a touch of the abusive mindset where they feel they objectify people and it's like, you belong to them. You're an object and you belong to them. So they feel entitled to use you as their object. Whatever way this person uses you for entertainment, for schmags, for taking care of their laundry and their kids. I don't know. And then they feel justified in doing this because this person feels totally justified. It's wrong, but then this is Spirit giving them their karma back via you. Of some kind of blockage where this person's manipulations can't win, where then this person has to like focus on their own manipulations. That's what needs to go on here. That's like the healing move. But then I have another question where it's like, okay, well, why do you need to break this right now? Well, clearly because this person is the way that they are and you don't maybe know that they are the way that they are. Yeah, it's like you can never win. And I think you want a new beginning. I don't know if this is for yourself. You have some kind of goal here. You want a new beginning. And it's either with like a soulmate that there's distance here and you want that new beginning with that soulmate. But there has to be, I always get boundaries for some reason with the Ace of Pentacles. And this is just like happy and nice and new. But also this is you building your own foundation. And see, like, this person looks like they live in the castle, and this is the person who's like the Garden of Eden that's like controlling all over you. And like, see, there's this little cottage back there. She's got everything that she needs. So there needs to be this like contentment with having your needs met, just enough. And you being able to do that. And also, I get boundaries. With the Ace of Pentacles, I always get boundaries. So you have to have healthy, solid boundaries, which if you're needy, I feel like it's harder to keep your boundaries with this person. But also, like for you need, the Two of Cups, your partner needs boundaries from this. They need boundaries from this person's influence. I just heard love's a fragile little flame. It can burn out. Look, here's this Knight of Wands that keeps coming back. Because they want a new beginning. And they want you to be their fool. Where you don't recognize that I'm seeing this person burrow under in order to pop up. They don't want you to be able to tell that it was them. That something here was them. And there is karma. But it's like you being able to strongly be able to stand up to this. Which requires you to be able to navigate and hold your own in the world in a certain way. That's a way of like some kind of karma where this person's going to realize that something needs to change about their actions and that they can't get what they want from you. And for some of you, I think maybe this is a soulmate that's like in some heavy karmic energy here. You wish that you guys could be together, but this person is unhealthy and they are very sabotaging in their energy. And only you getting away and putting up the block here is going to make this person realize that something here needs to change. And that could be the way that this goes. But I think for others of you, you have some kind of goal. With the star, it's like you have some kind of goal. That's for yourself. You want to live maybe a different life. I just heard, I want much more than this provincial life. So you want to like go somewhere, do something, live a non-traditional path. Or be able to at least be able to explore a non-traditional path. You know, like again, some of you, this is like with your creativity, or you want to run off and join the circus or something and you want to really try that, you know, whatever it is. But for others of you, I think there is a soulmate that's gotten away because this is a deeply unhealthy situation and they were the target. And maybe you didn't see that this person was at this person and that's why they had to move away too. Because somebody here had an intention to destroy your relationship and this needs to be kind of dealt with. So it could be that this person is a soulmate, but they're very aggressive and very possessive and whatever. But they are only going to get the message karmically if you move away from them, and spirit can really put up like some kind of solid boundaries. Anything else about this karmic? The truth about the Two of Cups in the world. So a cycle closing here because something here was lacking. Truth about the Two of Cups. Five of Swords. There's something here. Maybe there's a partnership that's like a manipulation. That needs to come out. Somebody needs to see the truth about this to get a different perspective. I feel like there's some kind of fakey fake. And now we're back to the Seven of Wands, which is like pointing the finger at somebody here. Oh, because of a child sneaking around, and then the Tower. So there could have been some kind of pregnancy here, and that is maybe this karmic. That they said it was an accident, because I'm hearing myself say that in another reading. And actually, I think it was in a general messages. They said it was an accident, but I'm also hearing myself say, yeah, I told you it was an accident and you believed it because you're the Knight of Swords. You know, like, of course, like you believed it because you're dumb. But like, that's like the energy coming off of this person where they want to throw some kind of spanner in the works in order to blow up this relationship and in order to cause some kind of like judgment. There's intentionality behind that with this partner, with this partner. That was a Freudian slip. So this could be like a partner, but there's like a dependence here. This is an old karmic that gets their way a lot. And I think has picked on this connection and picked on your soulmate, but the soulmate has learned what they needed to, I think, and moved away. And I think that's you, like moved away. Like this is untenable. Yeah, there is judgment. There are certain things being unearthed about the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's like you got to follow in somebody's footsteps here because somebody's doing this first of like getting away from this. I think somebody here has like forged a marriage out of a fake pregnancy or an accidental pregnancy. They've done this for multiple lifetimes. And they act innocent when they do it. They act like it was just an accident or something. Because again, I'm seeing this person burrow under in order to pop up. And I'm seeing like Uranus and Mars, which can be an energy of like taking clothes off very quickly. So just they rush back in to sleep with somebody in order to gain full control over them via their genitals. And ruin this connection and get that partner to judge correctly, because you should be able to stand up to stuff like this and not have these people around. But this person is very well disguised. Let me just see, like, oh, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they really want this like Queen of Pentacles position. And they want the other people involved, these two soulmates, in this position, both of them, thinking what's wrong with me, or like, very controlling person. Ugh. Abusive, the whole nine. But really entrenched in their energy. Kind of just parks their ass, Really just wants to park their ass and they don't want to move. Could be a mother, though. Could be a mother that maybe sends somebody towards. And maybe just anybody will do. I don't know. Take that however it resonates. Yeah, it's a karmic choice. Like, yeah, there's hidden manipulation. There's hidden manipulation around a reunion. So it could be that somebody just sends a message to try to get somebody here to reunite with somebody because they don't like, in order to throw things off. Maybe it's like some kind of sudden trip or... Oh, this is so manipulative. Something here is like very coerced, very set up. Somebody here is told how to act or how to like come across. Yeah, because for some of you, this is the mother doesn't want this guy to like get away. Because somebody here, I just heard give it away, y'all. But like the star energy, breaking from tradition of this family, or like uses tradition. Somebody here has to break tradition. And get away. Get away from this mother figure. Get away from this karmic. This would have never happened if he... Yeah, this would have never happened if he wasn't a weak man that was so eager to cheat. This is the kind of thing that Spirit's trying to illuminate for this person, is that there's things about them. They feel at the whim of this other person, or they feel like something here is just an accident. And Spirit's like, you need to understand how much your own actions can influence the way that your life turns out. This person is not really looking at that. Spirit's like, it doesn't matter if this person wants to show up. If you stand strong in who you are and what you know, but this person has to learn how to do that. If you work on your pentacles and you figure out how to provide for yourself, then this person can't control you with money. There's something here where Spirit's like, your own actions could have prevented this. Yes, this person is a big villain. Whoever this is, it's a big, big villain. And it goes back in their energy a long ways. But they can overcome it. They just have to believe in themselves. And they have to stop being a slave to like tradition or culture. They have to, I'm literally seeing somebody like break a wishbone. They have to like break it. And I think like they don't want to be the bad guy, or they don't want to be the bad girl. They don't want to be demonized in some way. But somebody here is like really trying to control them. I don't know. It's like they just need to, once they break it, and it's like, now what? Now what? Okay, I'm this terrible person. Now what? You're so manipulative. Why don't you save face? I would love to watch you save face for me in your little circles, your little debutante circles, Mom. I'm seeing from Gilmore Girls, Lorelai, where like she really rebels against like her parents trying to always control her with money and stuff. She really breaks away hard and lives her own life. And she's so rebellious with her mom, where it's like, you're so polished and you're so good at like being polished. Let's see, let's see how you handle this. Like, like this person needs to take their power back. Gilmore Girls. Nailed them to the wall, Jess. Yeah, there's like a friend group or something too, where it's like this person's like, yeah, this person needs to just decide to like leave. And maybe they have, and that's when they meet their soulmate, is whenever whenever this person leaves this highly controlling situation, they actually get rewarded by Spirit. I just heard riff raff street rat, but this feels like a Jasmine character, but like that's all boarded up in the palace and wants to sneak out and pretend like she's a commoner, and then like meets the diamond in the rough, but like always kind of goes back, but yeah, I'm seeing like a fishing rod, like just this, like somebody here can just like pull this person back. Janae said, it's giving Katie breaking the tiara at the end of Mean Girls. And I got the Mean Girls deck, and that's the 10 of Cups card. And so maybe there's, the 10 of Cups. It's like the happy situation. That's joy. That's like your ultimate happiness, you know? Anything else? Yeah. Looking at something differently, like being left out in the cold. Looking at being left out in the cold. Because there are certain situations where it's like an absolute compliment and an absolute joy to be left out in the cold by like certain people doing certain things. You know, have you ever heard like judge me by my enemies? Yeah, and that will clear up the karma here. Instead of looking at something like, well, I can't win until I build something, or like, Cece, thank you so much for the super chat. Instead of looking at it like that, realizing that something here just has to change and that they have to learn something else in order to be able to stand up for themselves. But I also feel like with this Knight of Wands, like, I don't know, I feel like this, I'm seeing like American football and somebody just like in the middle of a hard play, like they've got the ball and then they see like this opening and they just kind of ram themselves through it, you know? There's not really a plan. Then it's like just kind of realizing something has to change here. And there could be an opening and then like this person just rams their way through and then all of a sudden they can make it all the way to the end zone, you know? Spirit wants to work with somebody here because I think they're motivated by love. I think they're genuinely motivated by love. And Spirit is, I'm hearing that who's your daddy thing, but Spirit is like, you've got a spiritual inheritance waiting for you. You will be fine, but you have to work with us. You have to work with us and you have to break the mold. You have to break the mold here. And it's whatever it is, it's Capricorn. So, again, with the bone, I keep seeing somebody like just snapping like a bone. And it looks really Kali. It just looks really like, you know? But yeah, Capricorn has to do with like reputation, status. And again, I get like Lorelai Gilmore, where she's just like, you can take your status and you can take your reputation and you can stuff it because I have no interest in this world, kind of a thing. Yeah, and then just work and like build your own friends and build your own stability and be peaceful and like be happy. But be willing to fight for yourself. But there's a way to fight for yourself, and it's Knight of Pentacles. It's like a fighting for yourself, one foot in front of the other kind of a thing. And realizing that somebody here kept them stuck and kept them like stagnant because they wanted them to build or work together or something, like maybe because of a child or over a child or because they happen to be somebody's child. I don't know. Okay, anything else? And then I'm just going to wrap this up. Yeah, they're confused about what their victory is. Somebody here is being kept away from this. Okay, I'm just going to pull some from here. Why did you block me? They want what you have. I'm talking to you with my actions. Okay, somebody here could feel very jealous because they're witnessing a soulmate union. This could be, I don't know, a mother that felt like she just had to marry somebody, maybe because of a child. So there could be some resentment here towards her child, like towards her own child, where it's like, well, I sacrificed everything and, well, I didn't get what I wanted. There could be that. I didn't get what I wanted, and they're seeing their child like actually being able to do that. And so maybe that's what's triggering it. The shadow is a crazy thing, you guys. Like, I feel like this person, this mother that I'm picking up on maybe could have this, like, they got pregnant when they were young, and their religious tradition and the time that they lived in, they weren't allowed to not get married to that person. And they have this pent up resentment. And so they don't want to watch their child have a better life than they did, kind of a thing. Best friend. I want to see you naked. So that it could be a best friend that sleeps with them. I go to your social media all the time. I'm afraid to open up. Trust in God, but tie up your camel. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's like, tie up your camel. Don't. Spiritually guided. There's spiritual help in this situation. You just got to trust it. I fantasize about us. Fake friend. There is a fake friend here. Don't believe what you believe just because that's how they raised you. Somebody has to break with their like parentage. There's a fake friend, and this friend could be pretending to be interested in this person because they're somehow in on it. I don't know if this family has money or if there's something in it for them. I know more than you think I do. I feel rejected by you. My mind is racing. I've been focusing on other things. It could even be a friend that they hooked up with. And again, somebody here could be triggered because somebody feels sweet towards somebody else where it was just sexual. And maybe somebody fantasized about hooking up with somebody so much, and then they finally hooked up with them and they're like, oh, that must mean that they love me. Then this person ended up leaving. Actually, they're falling in love with somebody else. It's very sweet. It's very innocent. Somebody's triggered by that and they just want to blow it up. Fake friend again. A long time coming, finally. Fake friend. Fraternization. Yeah. The truth will come out. Yeah, you got to secure those boundaries. If you want love, you got to go through the pain, learn how to change. If you want trust, you're going to have to give some away. Rejection is protection. I feel somebody here needs to be rejected in no uncertain terms. But you're right. Like somebody said, if he wasn't like kind of loose with it and just willing to cheat, and I think maybe he felt rejected. I don't know. But there's a lot of inner strength that needs to be built up here. So somebody who can hold a boundary is at the very least what is required here. Somebody who can hold a boundary. Just hold a boundary. We're friends, so we don't sleep together. Okay? Fake friend. Cheater. Spiritually guided. Honor is better than honors. Honor is better than honors. It's highly karmic because somebody has gotten themselves, I'm seeing the 8 of Cups right now. So there's definitely like a karmic, but there's more than one. But I feel like it's this Queen of Pentacles. Somebody who wants a Queen of Pentacles position. Could be a best friend, that I'm such a good friend that I plot behind your back and I'm going to get pregnant on you and tell you it was an accident. Isn't that friendship to you? It's something like that. Or it's an actual mother figure. There also could be a male best friend here as well too. That's very aggressive and wants to keep this person in the low band of things. Because they like to feel just, if it's the 2 of them together, then this person feels like they got a leg to stand on. Because I think they might even be married or something, or they also come from the same kind of background. It's giving Playboy Prince is what it's giving. And so if this person grows up because it's in their heart to grow up, then this other person's going to have to grow up and they don't want to. Because other people are going to say, look, so-and-so did it. Why aren't you doing it? What's wrong with you? And this person knows there's something wrong with them, but they feel entitled to act the way that they are. This is like spoiled brat. It's giving spoiled ass brat. It's giving, ew, why would you hang out with that person? Who wants to hang out with this person? I feel like it's just convenient, or their families are on the same economic level or something. So they think they have something in common, but like, what a disgrace to have something in common with this person. Besides the fact that you live on the same street. Yeah. And so they don't want that person to like live their heart, because then their decrepit heart is shown. And when people are like, what's wrong with you? Because it's what's wrong with you. So people get something out of keeping this person bound in like the lower bands, but they have to learn how to stand on their own 2 feet. They have to learn how to cherish the things that they have, to live within their means, put up boundaries. It's earthy stuff here that needs to protect them. And also their partner needs that. Their partner really needs that from all these sabotaging forces. They need for this person to be able to hold their own and to be able to stand their ground with these other people, because otherwise they're going for the partnership. Because this person, it's something about this person wanting that partnership that it's, I'm hearing from the prince in me where it's like, the mother actually is against him dating that Julia Stiles. And, but eventually she comes around and she says, I thought that you were the end of us, but now I'm realizing that you may have just saved us, because I was afraid of this change, but it's helped to turn a boy into a man. And I feel like that's eventually somebody here could come around, but I don't know how genuine these people are, because they just maybe want to have control, and there could be some like disdain between parent and child here, just because somebody's getting to live the life that they want to live. But yeah, so I feel like you are helping to turn somebody here, like to pull them towards that's what Venus is meant to do, by the way. So Venus is pulling, I think, a masculine energy away from the moon, which is what it's supposed to do. And somebody here is just fighting that. It's moon, it's home, it's seedy, it's the background, but yeah, you're genuinely Venus. And so they want to sabotage the partnership, because I feel like you're the influence, or the soulmate. If the energies are flipped, the soulmate is the energy that you going after this is making you stronger. It's making you more independent. It's pulling you away from these karmics, which is what it's supposed to do. And they just don't like it. So they feel if they tank the partnership, then they have control again. And it's up to you, if you're this person, to make sure that that is just not the case, that you see these people for what they are. And if they want to ruin stuff for you, that it's still not going to make you come back, because fuck them. Anyway, that's just how I feel. Halloween and some recent readings. I know who those ones are for. Okay, so that's what I have. I think I'm going to leave that there because that was like a long, involved circumstance. But I do just want to remind you where we started with that general message was Spirit was comforting you and saying like you're spiritually guided and you're spiritually led. And I think that, again, this is a group that's like, well, I don't know why I have to feel picked on, or I have to feel, it's because Spirit is, you're too soft in a certain area. Spirit's firming you up. Spirit's like pushing you there. And Spirit is like, it's got to be strong. Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. If you're going to gear up to it, and you need to anyways, regardless of like, there's something here that you want. Even, I think you're going to get it if you actually go through this at some point. I do think that you're going to, but it's, everybody's being considered here because Spirit loves us all. But I just think that you have to go through, you still have to confront your karmics, even if you don't get, this is a karmic situation that you're in. So you should want it for you. There might be a self-worth issue here where it's like, you're not doing it for you. But I think also there's something about the presence of whatever this thing is that you want, or this soulmate connection that you want, that is highlighting just how karmic and fucked up and controlling these people actually are. You're in a real situation. If this is you, you're in a real situation, and you should really take it seriously. And these people are not, they're doing it on purpose. I wouldn't believe a single accident that these, oh, I accidentally ran into you. No, you didn't. I would never believe that coming from these people. And so if you can't believe that, then definitely don't do the schmegs with somebody, because that'll fuck your whole life. You're going to give somebody a lot of power over you forever. And don't do that. But that's a self-love issue, you know? So, okay, that's what I have. I've been hardened. My heart is not soft and sweet anymore. Well, I don't know that it's your heart that's supposed to harden. I think it's like your mind and your resolve and like some kind of earthy energy. There are no accidents. Yes. Martina McBride today can be helpful. Roll the stone away. Let the guilty pay. It's Independence Day. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the song. I'm going to listen to that later. Yeah, Independence Day. Independence is like a theme here, man. Okay. What do I feel like I'm supposed to do now? Tell you about my candles. I have candles. And so if you like candles, I have some. And we'll drop a link.
They're being made.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we're out, actually. And they're being made. My bad.
I was making candles.
Yeah, but I didn't.
We had something come up this week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We had something come up this week. It's a family thing. And it kind of threw our schedule off. So sorry for any inconvenience, but they should be like on their way. I just didn't realize we were that low. Yeah, we're that low. Okay. Ooh, yes. Bring back the candles. Oh, the candles are definitely coming back. Because, like, I use them too. But, yeah. We have candles. Sorry, we are out. LOL. Okay, sorry. Well, I was like, what else am I supposed to bring up? So, nothing, apparently.
Supposed to say, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great weekend.
Well, actually, one more thing, because if you're on Patreon, we have a live stream tomorrow, and it's how can you better align with your purpose? So, for those of you on Patreon, I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Well, not exactly the same place, because you gotta get the link from the Patreon. And so, okay, thank you, Jess. Oh, you guys have been so sweet. Okay, I am starved, and so I'm gonna go take care of that. Thank you for being here, and until I see you again, bye bye.